Okay, we're rolling. Welcome to another episode of Stay at Home for another 3 weeks cast. My name is Joey. I'm here with Will and Mike. And boys, what did you spend your money on last week?
I actually have an answer to that this week. I actually bought some shit.
Wow.
Did you buy that bow? That stimulus check hit?
I didn't buy the bow. I didn't get the stimulus check yet either.
Just the arrows.
Just the arrows, yeah. Yeah, I'm fucking blowing it, man. I bought NHL 20. It was on sale for $20, so I just figured, why not? Why not? And now I'm fucking playing it. But this is the problem. So what happened was I was playing it the first night I got it, and I was fucking playing and I forgot how when I lose that game, I get really mad. Like, I forgot that whole part of the game. So I'm sitting there playing it. Like, I'm playing with my buddies, and then out of nowhere, you press the right trigger on the controller, and that's like your pass or change your player button. And then this next thing you know, I guess I was squeezing it a bit too tight, just snapped the trigger off my controller. I was like, this is fucking broke the controller. Just gripping it, but fucked it up. Anyway, so I bought a new controller.
So that $20 purchase turned into what, a $90 purchase?
A hundo, yeah. And I got to tell you, I was driving by EB Games. It's closed, obviously. So I was just kind of doing the drive-by, see if it's open. But then I went to Walmart, and I'm standing in line, right? Because everywhere's standing, like letting so many people in. I'm standing in line waiting there. Like, everyone's there with their families. They got their card ready. They're, like, going in to do their big shop. And I'm fucking in my head. I'm like, I'm here to get a controller. I could not feel like a bigger fucking douchebag ever. And I'm like pretty – and I got there pretty early, so I'm, like, in line. But I'm ahead of a bunch of people because I got there early. Like, fucking idiots. I'm obviously I'm a better person. Like, I'm more obligated to get my shit done than you are. You guys should have been here, and then I would have been in the back of the line. Anyway, so I got the controller, man, and I'm just like fucking tucking it under my coat and getting out of there because I just felt like such a piece of shit.
The most non-essential
that's what I bought.
Probably ever.
Oh, and then I bought 30 beers like 10 minutes ago.
You should have bought some groceries and shit to just cover it up at least.
Or, like, just to save yourself a trip later on.
Fuck it. It. I wasn't there for that. No, because then I'll get out of my house to go do something again.
I don't know, man. I would have spent, like, at least a bit of money on, like, food or some kind of, like, nutritional consumable instead of just the joysticks. But that's all right.
You think, like,
whatever.
You think, like, EB Games and all these other stores are going to start selling groceries and shit now? Just, like, next quarantine, they don't have to close?
Good idea. Essential service.
Yeah. Come get the 2 for 1. The Halo 3 and a loaf of bread.
Blockbuster stays open because they have a candy aisle now.
Yeah.
Blockbuster reopens because of this. They reopen.
It's so essential. We're coming back to business.
You guys need us right now in this time of need.
All the boomers pull out their wallets and, like, the Blockbuster card is, like, glowing. Just,
yeah, it's back.
It's reactivated. It has a pulse again.
Did you look at any other shit on that PlayStation sale? Because I've been looking, and I don't think there's enough hours in the day for me to play video games any more than I already do. But, man, some of that shit is pretty tempting.
There's a book. Some of the thing is, like, they just put things on sale, but they don't. They're just shitty. They're not even. Like I was looking at NHL 20, and NHL 19 was $54, and NHL 20 was $20.
It's collectible.
I was like, oh yeah. I guess PK Subban on the cover with the season he's been having. He's
he's killing it.
Collectible for sure. He's so
on the Preds
good.
Still?
No, he's on New Jersey, but he had such a bad season. It was like I picked him in fantasy thinking I'm gonna be it's sick. I have an offensive defenseman. He's gonna bag. Just like within a month, I dropped him. I couldn't believe it. He was one of my early picks too.
Yeah, he fucking shit.
And he
bed.
just sucked.
The fantasy early pick guys are always fucking pretty hit and miss, regardless of how early you pick them. That happens in football too. Every fucking year, it's the same story.
I think football,
PK's getting paid
football
like
to me seems more volatile.
It is volatile.
Oh yeah, he's getting fucking paid.
PK?
Well, PK had the good year, the right good years. Early on, so he could like land a fucking nice contract for himself.
Yeah, it's all
he's
about
still
that
a wanted player.
year.
Like, and he's still people will take him. Like, he's just playing on New Jersey, right? They're not a very strong team. Sorry, Sab, but they're not. They don't have Taylor Hall anymore. There goes it.
Yeah.
I remember the Scott Stevens Devils, the Claude Lemieux Devils.
Oh, Scott Stevens Devils is fucking the best. Like that's oh my god.
That guy
And
was
nobody
the fucking
wanted to be on the
Terminator.
ice with him.
He was the
Nobody wanted to be
Terminator.
on the ice. It's the best.
Incredible. That guy was an
The
animal.
mustache, like the mustache, just lying people down.
He ended Lindros's career for sure.
Yeah, Lindros.
Paul Kariya.
Ended
For
Paul
sure.
Kariya's career for sure. Who
Did
else
Paul
is on
Kariya
that
come
list?
back that game though?
He did, and he got the game winner.
Paul Kariya,
Yeah,
but Paul
fuck yeah,
They
Kariya
got the
was.
game winner. I'm pretty sure.
He was
Yeah,
probably
but
never the same again.
There's
but-
a reason you don't hear about Paul Kariya doing work in the community in retirement. The guy's brain's a fucking scrambled egg. Like he's not
he's
fucking,
living in a dark room now.
You know what I mean?
I literally, I type in Paul Kariya on YouTube, and then the first thing that comes up is Paul Kariya career-ending hit, and then Paul Kariya hit by Scott Stevens. Paul Kariya off the floor on there. That's not that good, but yeah.
Is Paul
So yeah,
Kariya
Paul
dead?
Kariya and Paul Kariya had such a good career too, and then his claim to fame is getting flattened by Scott Stevens.
Yeah,
man.
I think
he
Paul-
was a good player.
I think Paul
Yeah,
Kariya's
fuck yeah,
claim
he
to
was.
fame is having a holographic McDonald's trading card. There's only like 7 of those, right?
Oh.
Pretty sure they
Yeah,
hang out
yeah,
whenever
that's-
if you moved it, he would like go with the opposite
Yeah,
of it.
that's what
Yeah,
he's
just-
known for. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Paul Kariya is fucking. He was sick when he was. He fucking sucked when he was on the Avs. Actually, we picked him up and he just
He's
was
probably
shit.
45.
We had like such a fucking lineup. It was so dumb. Like Joe Sakic, Peter Forsberg, Paul Kariya, Teemu Solani,
It was
Adam
geriatric.
Fox,
They're
Rob
all
Blake. It was
geriatric.
fucking crazy.
Yeah,
No,
but they
it
were
was
all, like,
like
in their 50s.
Stanley Cup caliber. Yeah. No, now they are. Back then they weren't. This was like fucking 10 years ago.
It was only
What
last
a
year.
Milan Hajduk.
Hey, dude, that was another guy.
Fucking
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Flat on the ice. He was nasty
Yeah.
too, man.
good
Colorado was
player.
so fucking good, man.
Yeah, those were the
Anyway,
Yeah,
days.
it was.
they're still good. What do you mean?
What about you, Will? What did
Fucking-
you spend your fucking money on?
Honestly, I didn't buy a whole lot of shit again. I have been still living in this basement. Still haven't gone to a store. I don't know Amazon orders. Yeah, honestly, I've spent another record amount of money, which is so fucking low. I started like some shit for my websites for a couple businesses, so I had to buy some domains, and that was pretty much it. Got some, got a logo done, got some business cards done,
Ooh.
and that was about it. That was so I
A
probably
logo.
spent $50 on that shit.
I can't wait to hear what these businesses are once they just get so successful and popular and profitable that you can't
I'll
wait to
send you
share it
that.
with us.
I'll send you the
And then we can
domains
get
after.
promo codes.
Oh yeah, you
We
can
get promo
advertise.
codes on-
You got to pay to advertise on the show. You understand, I'm sure.
Mhm.
Oh,
understand
yeah,
how
but
it
I
is.
know exactly how many views you get, so I know what a fucking ad is worth.
Yeah, 10 the show. What's going on?
That's
to the
pretty
10?
That's 10 more than you would have got.
The 10.
Yeah, that's fair. Even though everyone that was like, I know exactly which one of our viewers are. I'll just text them instead.
I know. Here's my business.
Hey, you guys
check it
want to
out.
see some shit? Actually,
I'm
check
not
out. No, you have to go.
advertising.
If you want to see what I'm up to, you have to listen to my podcast.
Or subscribe to
I'm
the
like, oh,
premium
okay, cool.
account. Do we have a
Yeah.
so do we have our premium feed up and running yet? We should work on that while we're all in quarantine. The premium feed is really where the content is.
The
Oh,
Patreon.
behind the scenes.
Yeah. The premium
This
feed
shit's
has
Oh,
too
behind-
raunchy. Too raunchy for Spotify.
the premium feed has no
Behind the scenes.
the premium feed has no advertising. So you can see behind me here I've put up an ad. You can't read it. It says buy Bitcoin. So the
Yeah, but
premium,
I think it's
premium feed
blurred
Can't
out.
either.
the premium feed, you don't have to see that. You can get clean backgrounds. I'll take away,
Yeah,
I'll take away
that's
the
true.
I'll take away
Get
the
a
drill
crop it out.
charger. I'll take away all that shit. Do another
Oh,
show.
sorry. Joey, why are you cleaning this room so vigorously? Oh, it's premium tonight. I have to make sure that there's nothing in the background. No potential no potential advertisements in the
The
back.
paid feed is tonight. The paid feed is tonight. Shut the fucking
Get all
door.
the shit
It's a
off the
paid
wall.
feed.
Why are you taking that portrait down? It's an advertisement. Get it off the wall.
Yeah. How about
Get
you,
that
Joe?
shit
What you
outta
spend
here.
your money on, bud?
Fuck all, man. I haven't spent any money in weeks. I bought like produce and a bunch of other shit. I did get my fucking 100-pound barbell, which I was pretty psyched on.
Oh, it is.
So I
What's the
100
review?
pounds.
I swerved out to Fitness Depot on what was the name of that street?
Swerved out.
I swerved out there on fucking Monday. Tuesday. I can't remember the name of the street though. What is the name of that street?
Long Wind or something like that.
It is.
It's something weird.
Tradewind.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's out there in the business park by like the Toyota dealership and all that shit.
Dude, it's a trip to find it, eh?
I've never
It's
been
so
out there before.
weird.
I've never been out there before. There's nothing out there. There's like a couple of breakfast truck stops and then a Fitness Depot. Like,
Yeah.
what's all this
Yeah.
here? I don't need to know.
Man,
know
and
where
then
expenses are.
there's a trampoline park there too.
Is there?
Yeah, like right when you turn on Tradewinds, it's like right there. Unless they took it down, which I wouldn't be surprised.
Unless I knew what it was called, I wouldn't have seen it. Like I have no idea what I was doing. So
Flying
so
squirrel or something like that?
You pull around. So this is the way it goes. The girl calls you in the morning. She says to me, "I'm about to make your day." I was like, "Okay, that's good."
Who is this?
She's like, "Your dumbbells here, or your barbells here." I'm like, "Sick." She's like, 100-pound easy curl, right? Yes. Okay, so here's what you do. You drive around to the back of the store and wait by the loading dock until it's your turn. Come up, tell them what you want, and the guys will be there to help you. By the guys, she meant her and one other guy. And there's literally a warehouse full of fitness shit. I'm pretty sure the guy before me was trying to open a fucking gym, a membership, like paid per month gym, just with the equipment in the back of his fucking pickup truck. He must have had 1,000 boxes. Unbelievable, this guy. He had so much shit. And so I was like looking in the warehouse. They have a bunch of shit in there that I was interested in that I didn't buy because I don't know how long this quarantine is going to go. But they had like box jump planks, bench press, like power racks and all that. They had a bunch of dumbbell sets, bunch of adjustable stuff. They had ropes, which I already own. But they had like tons of shit in there. And like I said before, and Mike was going to turn me on to this. The barbell for 100 pounds was $100. That's pretty cheap. And it was like brand new. It's a good fucking barbell. Like everything is well made. It's got the thick bar on it. Very good. Really enjoyed that.
Fat grip. The forearm stimulation.
Oh, it's fat grip. Oh,
yeah, it's a fat. And so I fucking did. I was doing like yesterday. I did deadlifts with it because it's wide enough. You can do deads with it. I haven't done deadlifts in months. And so like today, my hamstrings, my ass are fucking crushed. They're crushed. But it's good. Man. It's good to get some fucking real weight on you there. Whoa, Mike! Don't have to finish it all in one sip.
Oh, do you have plates and shit for that?
Oh. For what?
Your bar.
No.
Like full, like real plates?
No. I wish I did. I went to my dad's house today and took home like probably 80 pounds of vinyl plates from what I would guess, like conservatively mid 70s, but they still do the trick. And I have
the plastic ones full of sand.
Yeah, exactly. And I have the collars.
I'm looking at them right now.
Yeah,
Are they tan?
Oh yeah, you have them.
A bunch.
You have them. Yeah, they're tan. I took four.
Yeah.
I took 4 tans, 2 greens, and 2 big blacks. So the black ones I think are 20 pounds each, and the other ones are maybe 12 pounds each.
No one knows.
Fuck, I'll fucking take it. I'll do 21s with those.
Yeah, they work, man.
Whatever. Yeah, fuck.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of this,
all I've been doing is curls.
By the end of this, I'm going to be able to fucking do 100-pound rows because I don't have anything else to do rows with. I'm either doing them with 100 pounds or 25 pounds. So
you mean like with 2 arms?
Just like this, fucking with the barbell.
with the wide.
Fuck it. So today I tried to do it. I'm like, oh fuck, this is. I did like half of one. Like I can't do this. I have nothing to lean against.
It's so awkward. Yeah.
Yeah, I have nothing to lean against. It's not good, but I'll be able
something to work towards.
Yeah. So I built the new workout plan today based around the 100-pound bar, and I think I might spring for maybe 60-pound dumbbells, something like that. This goes another month.
That would be nice. 60s are good.
Yeah, that's
60s are like perfect. That's like a timeless weight.
It's good for overhead press.
You can always fucking do 60s.
That's right.
Yeah, for sure. So, you can always get a good workout with the 60s.
Yeah, the overhead press with the easy bar is probably a little too easy, and also my grip is a bit too close. I'd like to be like a little more out here, kind of, instead of like the tight. But anyway, these are things that are first world problems. I'm just glad to have the bar and get something decent done. It's good to be sore. Yeah. It's the first time I've been sore in like 6 weeks.
Yeah, I wasn't sore at all, and then I found threw up my chin up bar. So I was doing tons of chin ups, and I was fucking sore for days after that.
Good.
I just been doing like just doing like 10 or 10 like every so often, and I ended up doing like 150 one day, and then like just like 100 the next day, and then just like rested, and I was so fucking sore.
It's good though.
But it's super sick. But I use my those bands. It's like those little bands are like this big, maybe this big. I don't know, whatever. And like I loop it around and then like feed it through itself, and then you hold it while you do another so you're working on like a 1-arm chin up. Fuck, good. Those are hard. Yeah, Mike, we did them one day in the gym.
Yeah, I struggled.
Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare.
You guys are probably well, Mike, you're heavier than us for sure by like 30 pounds, 20 pounds. So
fuck, I'm coming. I'm on my way down, bud.
Yeah,
I was 200 flat this morning.
Really? Eh?
Ooh, nice.
I haven't
Yeah.
weighed myself in a while. I'm afraid.
Because I mean, I'm not eating as much because I'm not doing as much. Like my body doesn't need any more food. Like I'm not like starving at night.
I said to
So like if I like,
go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Oh, I said to your sister that today was the first day, probably in almost a week, where I had to eat before like 10 a.m. I was too hungry to wait till 10 a.m. to eat. I had to eat at like 8.
But yeah, got up at 10:30 today.
What?
Yeah, I've been getting up at 10. I've been getting up at 10.
Oh my god.
I've been staying up though. I've been up till like fucking 1, 2 in the morning.
I'm fucking running my second meeting by 10 o'clock, boys.
Oh, I'm not working though, right? I'm fucking laid off, man.
You guys are enjoying the Trudeau bucks.
Fucking right.
I mean, actually,
Mike's not.
I got a fucking claim. No, I got a claim. I just haven't got paid yet.
Yeah, that's shitty.
I don't know if I'm gonna get paid more than you in the long run or not with what I'm on, like the plan that I'm on.
Me?
Or not? Like, yeah. Well, you getting the 2,000 every month or whatever, right?
No. So I got an email from Skyjet or where I work the other day.
Editing.
I'll tell you right now, it's gonna be tough to edit video for audio. So fucking pull it back.
Well, don't work there right now, so it's all good.
True. I'm not employed there.
True.
Unemployed. Yeah.
I'm furloughed.
Yeah. So yeah, they emailed me a couple days ago. I forwarded Joey the email. It's like basically saying you can either choose to stay on the $2,000 a month plan for 4 months, or you can do the 75% of your wages for 3 months. And for me, it worked out like pretty much the same. But I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna stay on the unemployment for 75% of your wages for 3 months, because hopefully by then I'll be back at work.
At least in some capacity. Yeah,
because then I'll have more money anyways. Because like obviously my paycheck 75% of that is more than $2,000 a month.
Yeah, but what's the point in switching? Like I don't understand. Like if you go to 75% for 3 months, and then they just go, oh, it's say we go back to work in 2 months.
Yeah.
Then they can just be like, okay, you're off unemployment. You just close your claim, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
Because the way the program works is the Fed pays employers 75% of the wage, and the employer covers the other quarter. So they would just start covering the full thing. It would all be taken care of on the back end. You wouldn't have to worry about it on your side of things.
Yeah, like I get my paychecks from the company that I worked for, like not the government.
Right.
And you have to apply for that $2,000 a month. You have to apply every month too.
Every 4 weeks, yeah.
Every 4 weeks, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know.
How is it possible that we can't even do fucking helicopter money, right? Like we're trying to just give everyone money. We can't fucking do it. This is beyond me. I don't understand this. And I'm a public servant, but like we can do better than this for giving people money in something like this.
And it seems like they're not being clear. Like I didn't know about any, like really what the programs were, what was really going on until my company emailed me and were like, here is this option. Here's this option. Choose one going forward or going back. And they also said, they were like, oh, if you want to go to the 75% of your wages, starting from when you got laid off, you have to pay back the $2,000 that you got to the government.
What?
Yeah. Because they're like, because you're going to get money retroactively from us. So like you have to give that money back to the government, but we don't know how. So you have to figure it out. And that's between you and the government. Deal with it.
It's such a joke.
That is a complete fucking joke, man. That pisses me off.
I was talking to Ken's the other day about our tax return. Sorry, I'm foaming up here because we have to file jointly now, right? So I was saying to her, like, okay, well, let's get all the contributions together. And she was giving me a hard time because I didn't have any of my shit ready until the last fucking second. So eventually I pulled all my shit together one morning. And so long story short, the return between the both of us is $20. So we get $20 back from the government. Do you know how much?
What are you going to do with it?
Do you know how much it's going to take for me to get that $20? Do you know what it takes?
It's going to take a long time.
So it's worse than that though. So the Fed basically demands that you file together because you're common law, right? So that's one piece of the equation. Like my investments are her investments, my retirement is her retirement, and vice versa.
Really? Even though you're not married?
Doesn't matter. You're common law.
Yeah, common law. Common law is like the same
And also,
like
Will,
extremity is marriage almost.
So you know what the tentacle is that kind of reaches in from home ownership to make you common law. It's your first time home buyer's allowance. Since you both get to use it, since you both get to use it, you have to fucking file your taxes together because you have to pay it back at the same time. Anyway, long story short, to get that $20, basically I have to pay because I owe money. I owe money every year to taxes because I don't put anything in my RSP. I put everything in TFSA because I already have a pension. So so I have to pay this year something like I don't know $400 or $500, and then Kenzie gets back basically what I paid plus 20. So I have to pay, and then she gets all the money back on the other end, and then we end up being plus 20. Instead of them just sending us $20, we have to go through all these hoops, right? Which is fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous.
So it's like you're filing together, but it's like, but we're still gonna act like you're two different people.
So it's so fucking dumb. So fucking dumb.
Yeah, that's a fucking headache.
What can you do?
I haven't done my taxes
We
yet.
don't
That's
fucking
for sure.
go common law, bud.
They're not due until fucking.
I
July
didn't
1st
really
or
have an
something.
option. Yeah, no.
Whatever.
It's pretty fucking easy.
Yeah, I never. Does anyone like care about their taxes? Like, I don't think I've ever filed my taxes on time.
Well, yeah. If you owe money, there's no real incentive to fucking pay your taxes on time.
Oh,
if you get paid money back, then they do take interest off. So like the more time you wait, they tax you for that time.
Okay, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Why do some people, like, I don't know what it is, like I see these people that are within my reach of like society, right? For some reason they get like $5,000 back, and I'm like consistently getting like 400. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm just wondering, are they doing something wrong? Am I doing something wrong? Are they going to get fucked?
What are you going to say? I can't wait to hear this answer.
I think it's most likely because they're probably paying rent, and you can write off the rent. If you're in school, if you're in school, is a different thing too. But if you're in school and paying rent, you can take that rent and write it off, all of it off.
Under education,
yeah. So like if you're paying
oh my god,
if you're paying like $1,000 a month, and you're going to school at the same time, that's like $12,000, and then like you obviously don't get the whole $12,000 back, but you get a fucking lot of it back.
Yeah, well, I would take a nice $5,000 piece.
There's that, Mike, and also there's also something we talked about a little while ago when it comes to finances of your friends. People are fucking liars. So they're either not getting all the money back they say, or they're really not in the same boat as you. So they're just fucking.
Who fucking wants to brag about getting like I got tons of money in tax back, like just to fucking shoot off? It's like, who cares?
Everybody's a fucking idiot.
Why?
Everybody's dumb. Everybody's dumb.
Everybody is dumb.
No,
but it just seemed weird because it's like, oh, cool, you didn't earn that though. Like, but that doesn't mean that you made like $100K last year. That just
I'll tell you what, man. This is like
you made
far less.
This is another example. Like, this is around the same time where I started coming out in the red after Christmas. It was the same time I started having to pay back money in taxes. Like 5 years ago, probably 6 years ago. By the time I'm finished buying all my gifts and receiving all my gifts, I'm not coming out in the black anymore, and so my tax receipt's the same way.
You're net negative.
Yeah, it's just the way it is.
You are gonna have kids, right? That's your plan?
That's my plan. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse.
So what do you mean? Like, you mean you're not gonna want to have kids, or it's just you're gonna want to have kids more?
Maybe.
Buddy, I'm taking notes, bro.
Maybe what I'll do is convince our kids that Christmas is a time only for seeing family and sort of celebrating the little things in life. Mike, you'll have to contribute to that because you'll be the uncle, Mike. You gotta keep the fucking jig going.
Dude,
if you don't, we're fucked.
I can't wait to be Uncle Mike. I'm gonna fuck with your kids so hard, man.
We got a phone call coming in on the podcast.
Who's that? Oh, Chris.
Chris
Caesar salad.
Should we take it?
Cross.
Okay, go ahead.
We'll take it.
We're taking callers. Hey, Chris, you're live with two whites and a blue.
Hold on, I got to put him on speaker. Chris, hello.
We're taking callers.
We're recording the podcast right now. You're on the air. Go ahead. You're on the air.
What'd you spend your money on?
I just seen Eddie.
What's he saying?
He wants to know if he's coming over.
Do you want to buy a crane?
I asked Chris to help get me some edibles. I'll I'll take some. I'll take $20 worth. Sure, why not?
You guys are doing wheelings and dealings.
Okay,
on
sure.
the air.
Well, I'm not
Come
gonna be. There's
You
not.
just said videos. It's hard to edit.
Just knock on the door, and Kenzie will get it, and she'll give you the money.
No, actually, I don't even need the money right now.
Oh, okay. Throw it in the mailbox. Okay.
Guys, just
Well,
fucking
send Scoop
Robin
out.
Hood
Okay,
for
you're the
dope
best, buddy.
dealing,
Thanks.
eh?
No problem.
All right, see ya.
Do you think Chris
Whoa,
stole
no
that from
free ads.
an establishment?
He
Do
got
you think
that.
he stole that from an establishment that's fell off a truck and now he's
He-
just dealing it out?
He just went
To
to
feed
get
his
that from.
family.
He just went to get that from the OCS. He's at the OCS, and he just had an
Oh.
order, and so he's bringing it
Yo.
over to my house. I appreciate that. It's
Okay.
funny. I called. I said to him the other day. I'm like, "You got any Eddies?" So now he's saying Eddie wants to come over.
You're the worst.
That's
Yeah,
great.
fucking-
I like that.
And the eddy currents. Yo, Joe, so that kind of reminds me because I was outside thinking about this
Mm.
because I just did that today. Just went outside and sat on the picnic bench and just fucking chilled. Mike's
Just reflected,
reflections.
eh?
Chilling.
IRL,
Yeah.
like reflections.
Yeah, reflections. I was just wondering because do either of you guys have weed stocks?
Not right
No.
now. No.
No. Okay. Have you been paying attention to them?
Are they running or no?
Not really.
What?
Like, are they running up or no?
That's what I was thinking. I was like, well, right now, especially if
look,
it's like
right
a
now.
global thing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I guess it's global. It essentially is, right?
Okay, Will, rhyme me a few
Pandemic,
weed stocks.
epidemic.
What do you,
Oh,
Mike?
Aurora.
You think they're up or down, Mike? What's your?
I think they're up.
Let's see.
I assume they're up.
but look at canopy growth is usually a pretty good indication.
I want to look at like for the week. So let me just go on my fucking Wealthsimple account here and find out. I was in a number of different ones, including a few like off kilter, off the beaten path ones. Let's check out Aurora Cannabis is for the month break even at 97 cents.
That's not
Wow,
that.
I thought
They're up
I thought they'd
5%.
be
They're
up.
They're up 4% today, but for the week they're down 20%.
But it's so hard to say
Wow.
because right now everything's just following the market a lot. Like it's
Yeah.
hard to like
Yeah.
buck the trend right now.
So
what do
weed
you mean by
canopy
following
growth.
the market?
The market is very much
Like, it's-
unstable.
Yeah,
Like the
I know,
market-
but like,
So the market itself, like let's just say the S&P 500 is 500 stocks, and then it is an index now. So it's in an index, basically averaging all 500 of those stocks. So
Right.
the S&P 500 will go up and down, related to how those 500 stocks do. So then you just kind of
okay.
call that like so. The broad market is like different indexes. So like most of these things will trade. Like if the S&P 500 or if like another index is up like 2 or 3%, then generally like recently stocks have been following that. So like that stock will be up 2 or 3% also,
That's
or
that's
more.
always
or
the,
just
that's
less
always
a
the
little
case.
bit.
There's if you play the index, which is the BOGL guy you should look up, guy who invented ETF investing. If you buy the index, you get a pretty steady gain or a pretty steady decline. You're always going to get the least of the upside and the least of the downside. But if you buy
Right.
if you buy individual stocks in a sector that you think is going to run, you're going to get a ton of upside, but the volatility to the downside could be just as brutal for you. So it's not for the faint of heart. Canopy growth for the month is up 34%.
Yeah.
wow.
Fucking
And is that
big
just like a
jump.
global distributor or distributor?
Canopy
Sorry,
growth
fucked
is
that up again.
Canadian. They're Canadian. They have an American.
They are listed on the New York Stock Exchange now.
Yeah, under
but okay,
CGC, I think, right? But I don't see them on
What
trading.
are
view.
they?
They're
What are they?
They're a producer and
everything? Like, are
distributor.
they-
Producer and distributor.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
So do they have stores and stuff like that too, or they're just selling it?
They sell in OCS, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know what
pretty sure.
OCS is.
Yeah.
They
OCS is
sell
the
to like
Ontario
the,
Cannabis Store.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
So
sell
that's
to like,
like
the
the beer
government,
store?
basically.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's like the
exactly.
beer store of
These guys are
Chronic.
like Coors Light.
Yeah. Okay. So that's what I was thinking because everybody's quarantined right now. There's no way people aren't buying tons of weed on every
exactly.
ordering it, going out and grabbing. There's no fucking way. There's people that are
I'm buying
Potheads,
it.
but
I never
Yeah.
do any kind of
Yeah.
drugs.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
buying
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
The,
So, like,
man. I'm scared. After this, I might come out just a fucking full blown pothead again.
I'm not going to, but I'll tell you. You know what's a good place to buy weed
say
stocks? A good place to buy weed stocks, or a good weed stock to buy. Will, I don't know if you know about this one. is the Life Sciences Marijuana ETF, HMMJ, is one I've always been a fan of, and it's got extraction, medicinal, and recreational holdings. Very, very
And
balanced.
Oh yeah.
these stocks have always have the most catchiest abbreviations.
HMMJ.
Oh, it's just the HMMJ. It's
Man,
so easy to say. It just
Canopy
rolls
Growth.
off.
Canopy's symbol is just weed. WEED.
Yeah, it's a great symbol.
See,
Yeah.
that's smart.
I think someone
fucking
has
smart.
THC also.
I bought a bunch of stock in a company called Huge probably 2 years ago. HUGE was the ticker symbol.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that was the same. That was like the same as these like alternative cryptos, where as long as that had a decent ticker, you were fucking making money. It didn't matter what the fucking technicals were, what the fundamentals were.
Yeah.
None of it fucking mattered. My favorite ticker symbol is the Invesco Dynamic Food and Beverage ETF. What do you think that ticker symbol is? Food and Beverage ETF.
F and B.
No,
Is it just
FAB?
food?
it's food. Yeah.
Fab.
Is it just food?
It's food. It's not food. It's not. No, it's not food. It's not food. The ETF is food, but it's not food. The ticker symbol.
Oh.
The ticker
What is
symbol is PBJ.
Oh, that's close.
These. I have been a sucker for the PBJ lately. I gotta
You
tell
and me
you, I've
both.
been
You and me
making
both.
them.
Yeah.
I've been making them. Oh yeah, man. So this was like a while ago, like a couple summers ago. We went to Yogurties. You know that
Oh
place?
yeah, fuck yeah, fuck Yogurties
Obviously,
for
right?
sure.
Yogurties.
The one in
Yeah,
Watertown?
yeah.
I'm in
fuck
there.
yeah.
I'm looking around at the flavors. It's like I'm not really super into that. Like it depends on who I'm with. Like if I'm going out with a girl, I'm going.
Do you
want
want to explain to people what Yogurties is before you keep going? Like tell people what it is, because not everyone.
Yeah,
knows
like it's
that.
like a frozen yogurt place where you
It's
just
like
and
the,
it's got
like the Baskin Robbins.
it's
of
got
frozen
dispensers, right? But it's like it's self-serve.
yogurt. And you make your own.
So you
right?
just go
Yeah,
and there's
yeah.
like a bunch of machines. Yeah, a bunch of machines, and you just go in and then I guess they weigh it at the end or whatever. I don't know what the fuck they do, but
Really?
I think they
that's
do.
how
Yeah.
they do something. They do something like that, and then you can put like toppings and shit on it. Anyway, I go there and I'm looking. This is how fucking simple I am. I go in. I'm like looking around at all these fucking flavors. There's like honestly 20 flavors for sure. And then you can go to the other one where you can put all your fucking M&Ms and all this shit on it. I went there and I think I spent $9. That's how much I had, and I didn't put any toppings on it. Just a full cup of PB&J yogurt.
Ugh.
I'm like, fuck it. I think
Sounds
that's the only
horrible.
thing I wanted. Man, it was so good.
Do they let
It
you?
was so good.
Do they let
Was
you
it
use
worth
the
it?
lid? Can you put the lid
Oh,
on it
yeah.
so you get to fill the cup?
Yeah,
plus
and fill the
little-
top.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah.
Smart.
Yeah,
smart.
that's the
And these-
the Max
hey,
Milk
you know
Froster
what?
tricks.
In these trying times, you need to get your money's worth, and so I think that's a reasonable expectation.
But that's
on the
so
part of that
not your
vendor.
money's worth, though. They expect you to put toppings and shit on it,
Fuck
and not
no.
just pay
Yeah.
for like the
Fuck
fucking
no.
whatever the plain Jane
The
yogurt.
paste.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
I don't understand
gotta tell
frozen
ya,
yogurt. I don't like this
Fucking
idea of
good.
frozen yogurt.
It was
I don't like-
good.
I'm not
It was
saying it's not
good.
good,
It's
but
good.
like anyone who's had yogurt knows that frozen yogurt shouldn't look or taste like that. So what the fuck is going on in between the yogurt and the freezing?
It's just soft serve ice cream.
Bullshit.
Pretty
There's no
much.
way it's fucking yogurt. It's not yogurt. It's ice cream.
How can
Like,
they
there's
call
no
it
way
that?
it
then?
isn't. It's
Fucking,
so good.
We should start a lawsuit. Why don't we put them on blast on the show and fucking get a little litigation going? We're
Okay.
bored anyway.
I don't know.
That would be
yeah.
like me. That would be like me calling out Popeye supplements. I could sue them right now for sure.
Now.
Going back to when I was buying shit. Me and Darren were talking about this, like when we were heavy into working out. For sure, we were just basically 100% on steroids without even knowing it.
You
Just
think?
the shit that was like, because like the way man, like the shit. First of all, like the amount of gain,
100%.
buddy. Like the shit we would buy, like we just buy. Like I never did testosterone or anything like that, but I did do creatine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did like pre-workout, all that shit. And it wasn't for health. That was to get yoked.
Fuck
Is
no.
creatine,
Is it ever for
creatine
health?
is like natural, right? Doesn't your body produce creatine? Am I
Yeah, but
right?
Yeah.
it does.
Okay.
It does. But like, and creatines you get from like red meats and stuff.
Yeah, steak and
But
stuff.
if you take it in a concentrated amount, it fucking does wonders for your body. It's like there's some
Yeah.
trippy side effects though. Like
Really?
man, yeah, man. But like I was taking the hydrochloride, not the monohydrate.
yeah,
Like the
more intense
monohydrate just
shit.
retains water, and you just blow up. right? Like your
You don't
body
want to
just
look like
like
a Michelin man.
that's essentially what it is. Like in an extreme manner, that's what it is. But the
Women don't
hydrochloride,
like
man,
that.
I don't know what the fuck it was, but I remember sitting there, like I was just gaming, and I looked down at my arm, and my fucking vein in my arm was just pulsing when I was on it. I was like,
And you were
okay,
probably
something's
psyched.
fucked here.
You're
I was
playing
fired
chell?
up, man.
Yeah,
So,
fuck
oh
yeah, you
man,
were.
yeah, like actually, and I'm just sitting there like looking down at my arm. It's just like, but like, and then now my initial thought would be like, this is probably not a good thing. But back
What's
then I
my
was
heart
like,
doing right
oh
now?
fuck
Probably
yeah,
not.
fucking
Probably not.
let's
Yeah,
go.
my heart might
So-
be beating out of my fucking throat pretty soon.
Yeah.
Man, like we were for sure on whatever, right? Without knowing it, but like over the counter, we were just buying it. So I'm like, I never did steroids, not knowingly anyway.
But,
But
if you buy from
I think
Popeyes,
it's
like,
safe to
Popeyes is
assume.
not selling you fucking anabolics over the counter unless you're
It's
buying
not-
it over
How
the
do you
counter
know, man?
in the back room.
Well,
Yeah, I don't
of
think it
course
was-
in the back room. Yeah, of course you could meet a guy, but
Wasn't there,
Man, like,
wasn't
I
there
don't-
a bust for a Popeyes? Like, didn't a Popeyes branch or
Mm-mm.
something get blown
Every
up?
I think it was
Popeyes brand,
Hercules. Wasn't it
probably.
Hercules Nutrition or
Herc's
something
maybe,
like that?
Herc's maybe. I don't know. But there
Herc's,
was a
yeah.
story.
I think
There was
Herc's
a story.
guy was selling gear. Yeah, he was. Yeah. But no, I just think like it became more stringent. Like the regulations for that shit. Like recently.
Fuck yeah, for sure. Because back then it was like no one really knew what the fuck was going on.
Yeah. Which is kind of what I'm getting at. Like we were just doing this shit for nothing, right? We were just kind of fucking taking.
we were also,
just
like-
taking subs.
How old were you? We were so young. Also,
You're probably like
Young,
20, 22,
16,
something like that.
17.
no,
You
younger
don't feel
than
no,
that.
like young.
16?
17, 18.
Yeah,
Yeah,
fuck
bro.
yeah.
No, not 16 for me. I think I started doing hard supplements when I was like 19, 18, 19.
I
I
was-
You
started
think
going
you
hard on
walked
it.
out? You think you walked out of HMV with that swollen members disc and then went right over to Herc's for the subs?
Fuck
Subs.
Buddy. Yeah, I'm like 9 years old walking in the back. He's like, what are you looking for, young man? He's like, I heard it see Cornello in the back. He said,
I've never heard that name before.
I can get
I thought you were
the
talking
Bob
about a
Marley
supplement.
extra thick in the
no.
back. You know that? Yeah, I can get that. The way isolate super peanut butter. He said in the back. Yeah. No, I honestly, I do think that everybody who was stacking, you were stacking hard, Will, Drake, me, all of our boys, we were doing supplements big time.
Oh, cocktails.
And I
for
think
sure.
we were pretty much doing fucking steroids. Like we could have at least been touching it. Like if you were to test us at that time, probably because we
I
got
don't
fucking
think so, man.
quick.
I just doubt that like those sub companies are like just like lacing their subs with like anabolic steroids. Why would they?
What is the difference between?
I don't think they're doing that.
like how do you figure that you would have tested after doing like whatever creatine and pre-workout is basically just like concentrated caffeine in a powder, is it not? Like you wouldn't have
It's just
tested
legal
for anything.
cocaine.
Yeah, you wouldn't
Yeah,
test
it's
for
like-
anything.
B12 is like your 15,000% of your daily limit of B12 or
That's
something.
so jokes. I love
Light
that.
work.
I know.
But no, I think like it's not like the companies were lacing your shelved products with steroids. It's that they're both made in the same area. Right?
Oh,
like
you
they're
think it was
doing
just
all that shit in one,
cross-contamination?
in one lab. Yeah, exactly. So who knows what the fuck? Like in
We know what
UFC,
happens when there's
like-
cross-contamination in labs now.
Oh yeah, fucking
What,
especially
bat
with
soup?
bats.
Mm.
Bats.
Yeah.
Do you think COVID was made in a lab?
I think it was
Or it
probably
was made over a fire.
It was meant to be subs.
It was a bat soup made at camping.
It was bad
Yeah,
subs.
back-
Let's go
behind
travel
Hercules.
over. Oh, that fucking bastard at Herc's Nutrition.
Yeah.
No, I just like in the UFC, man. Like, obviously, it's an easy excuse to make. It's like they could just be like, "Oh, it was just fucking cross contaminated,"
Yeah.
but they
yeah.
find traces, right? And it's like you're a pro athlete, man. Like, there's no excuse for getting caught doing
Yeah.
steroids other than you're on steroids. Like there's
That's right.
no excuse because
Yeah,
there's
fuck.
guys that they go through it, they're taking supplements, everything they can, and then they monitor it and they never piss hot. Never,
Yeah.
not one time, not even fucking questioned. And then there's guys that constantly, John Jones is always pissing hot. He's arguably the best of all time, and he's been caught for steroids so many times.
Is it
And he
steroids or
just
coke
still-
and other drugs? I thought it was mostly like
It-
rec
it's-
drugs.
It's
Both.
steroids. Like coke, you can't get in trouble for. It's not on the banned substance list.
Really?
Which is
Like,
fuck
you can
because
do
weed
coke.
is, right?
Yeah,
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know
weed.
that.
I don't think anymore. Like lately, they've been fucking cooling it on the weed. Like weed's cool now, I think, for the most part. But coke, it's like there's a thing that it just like leaves your system within a day. Like I mean, I'm sure if you were on coke when you pissed, it would be kind of like probably piss hot.
Yeah,
But like
yeah.
they're like the whatever the thing is, like the molecule in it, it
The
leaves your
active
system really
ingredient.
quick.
Is that right? It leaves you
Yeah,
in
and
a
then
day.
and then, man, like as a buddy of mine, he played pro lacrosse, and he would tell me guys would like on game days or game weeks or whatever, like you're not supposed to drink or whatever, smoking dope or anything like that. Guys would just do coke all the time because you can get away with it.
Sick
You can get
alternative.
away with it. And have a bunch
healthy.
of fucking crazy motherfuckers in lacrosse, coked up, and then they go and play in pro sports like that. Like these guys are crazy, man. But like he's just telling me, he's just essentially telling me because he has a pro view perspective, right? He was in the pros, so he's telling me all this shit. I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. It's like I can't not believe you, right? Like
It's like just like
you
you're just
saw
like
it firsthand.
encouraging your athletes almost to just like go down and do coke. It's like, yeah, we don't
Yeah.
want you going to the bar and shit, but like go reel some lines with the boys. That's all good.
I don't know. I think if you're doing coke, you'd probably be going to the bar. I think that's probably the play. I don't know about you, but I don't want to just lay in my room and think
Yeah, but you said
conspiracy
you can't
theories.
go
I've never
drink and
done it,
shit.
but
You can't go out. Like, where are you going to go?
I think you can. Like I think I kind of fucked that up, but I think it's about smoking dope and stuff.
But the thing is, like, if you're on coke, are people not going to know if you go to a bar? Like, they're going to be like, oh, this guy, he's just having a couple of beers. No, the guy's
yeah, I
going to
don't
be
fucking
fucking
notice.
He's going to be fucking
Especially
wired.
if he's like, nah, I'm not drinking tonight, just water.
Yeah,
Oh,
water.
what the fuck? Why
Yeah.
do your eyeballs look like
Man,
that?
I'll be
Your
honest,
eyeballs are on
like
fire.
I don't really notice someone's like on coke until I'm directly talking to them, and it's usually later at night when they're on too much coke.
Yeah.
When they're just like biting their fucking no upper lip and shit. I'm like, yo, you can probably lower that thing, man.
That
like
makes me
fucking
uncomfortable.
take it
That
easy.
makes you uncomfortable.
Fucking
Oh, fuck yeah,
Bush
'cause you
didn't
just
do
know,
9/11, man.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Do you want to talk about that one
Yeah.
time we were at a party and a guy took you out to the porch and told you that 9/11 was an inside job or something like that? What was that story?
What-
Me or Mike?
Mike.
Yeah.
I think it was Mike.
There was the one where the guy
What
was
do you?
saying that
What
to
do you?
my
Can we
dad.
forget that? What are you erasing and writing down on your sheet in the middle of the show?
These are
How can you
important.
see everything?
Yeah, I can
You
fucking.
see
I
everything?
can see it. I can hear it. I know you're doing
Okay.
something over there.
So I'll describe. Actually, I'll just
You're
show
working
it.
on
I
some
have
reflections?
the password to our meeting room.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
just wrote
I
down
wrote that
ask
down
about
too.
dope stocks, and I got a doodle up in the top of the fucking thing.
You just couldn't not.
That's what
right?
I'm.
Couldn't
I
find
haven't.
that
So
many
what were
hours
you
to
just-
play
do something?
RuneScape.
What were you just erasing? Like, why?
I'm
What
just
did you have to
fucking-
erase out of that?
Went outside
Can
the
you
line.
just back off? Do you mind? Can you just? Here's your business. Just mind it.
Should we
You know?
talk about? Should we talk about our buddy Steve Mnuchin telling the American people they can live for 10 weeks on $1,200?
I don't
Man,
know what the
no.
fuck he's basing that off.
That's fucking crazy. That
did
is
you see-
crazy. What's a mortgage payment? More
Yeah.
than $1,200 in a month.
Fuck yeah.
It's gotta be at least that much. Like you gotta figure if you're living in an apartment, like let's say you got like an 800 square foot apartment or like a 700 square foot apartment for a month with hydro electricity, like with hydro, your phone bill, your all the shit you gotta pay for. You're looking at least $700. It's gotta be at least that much.
Fucking
Just
bare
on-
You know what I
minimum.
mean? Like that's
There-
it's
yeah.
gotta be at least that much. And so like
And-
this guy, for him to get on TV, and the host tries to give him an out. Like, how long is this gonna keep people liquid for? 10
Yeah.
weeks? Why wouldn't you just say 10 weeks instead of saying 12 weeks or whatever, or 8 weeks, whatever he ends up saying? Like, dude,
Even 10 weeks is a lot. Like $1,200
That's
is
so
not
much.
a lot of money.
oh shit, it's not a lot
Man.
of money, man.
The problem is also like it's so different depending where you are in the States. Like sure, somewhere in buttfuck like Ohio, probably if you're like paying like $300 a month in rent with like 3 roommates in some fucking shitty town somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But in fucking like anywhere in New York City or California or like the higher dense like states, you're fucked. There's no way you can make $1,200 last like 3 weeks, 2 weeks, let alone fucking 2.5 months.
Yeah, there's zero chance.
Can only in New York and Cali, good fucking luck doing anything. You probably can't even buy a slice of pizza in New York for fucking $1,200.
Do you know what I heard today on a Bitcoin podcast to listen to? That if you're a New York resident and you earn under 99K, you are in the bottom 40%. So
holy shit.
So like the stimulus package checks cut before that. So should you get the stimulus check, the $1,200, if you earn $100,000 if you live in New York? Like, I don't know. I have no idea how to fucking measure or do that math. Like, I really don't have an answer, but it's crazy.
Relatively, he probably needs it.
Well, it's just what you guys are saying, right? Like, it's different everywhere. There's just no fucking way that 1,200 is going to work for anyone outside of bumfuck nowhere. Mike.
But the problem is also, like,
dude, you got to understand what you're going to.
People who live in buttfuck nowhere aren't going to be like, imagine they hear that, like, oh, we're actually going to get the people in New York $2,000, but you guys get 1,200 because of where you live.
Yeah.
People would be fucking up in arms, and there was no fucking way they'd let that shit happen.
It is nuts. It is nuts. I honestly don't. People are not taking into account like how deep this cut is for the economy. Like,
of course, exactly.
If people who are earning $100,000 think they need $1,200 to make it through the next little while, we got a problem. And it's not just a problem because of the virus. It's a problem because these guys are living inflated lives on inflated money. Yeah, they can't survive. They can't survive.
Yeah, for sure. Did you just see that fucking football player who was like, he turned down $34 million a year because he was like, I can't provide for my family.
Who said that?
$34 million a year. I don't know. I just saw it today on Instagram.
A football player?
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. He got a bigger contract or some shit, but he was like, yeah, $34 million. I can't provide for
because of that.
I remember a player saying that he couldn't take a contract because it wouldn't feed his family years ago, but it was a basketball player, probably a guy both of you know. Latrell Sprewell said that.
Oh yeah.
After he choked the shit out of his coach like 5 years before that, he's like, I can't sign this contract for only a few million a year. I got a family to feed.
You think the league just you think he's like pleading to the fucking guy offering him the contract? He's like, what the fuck, $34 million? I can't even feed my family.
He laughs him out of the room.
The corporate guys are sitting there, just like the owners just sitting there to like, hold on, we gotta talk about this for a minute. You know what? I think he's right. $34 million does seem kind of short. We should probably give this guy some more.
Is this fucking comma in the right spot here? What the fuck is this?
Can I reiterate like from an earlier episode? I'm like, I'm pretty sure if you make $100,000 a year for 35 years, that's $3.5 million.
Should be fine.
Yeah.
Well, before taxes.
I can't feed my family times that by 10. I can't feed my family.
Yeah, no fucking
like, holy
shit.
fuck. These fucking guys, like, I'm doing something super dangerous. It's like you're playing a fucking game to become a multimillionaire. Shut the fuck up.
I saw.
I'm so sick of that, man.
I saw one good
fucking
meme.
Bitch-ass prima donna athletes.
Good meme come out of the Steve Mnuchin $1,200 a month. I'd like to show you guys now. If you have a look at your cameras here.
Did you just write it?
No.
Let me get real close for the video.
There's no fucking way I'm gonna see that.
Why? Is this fucking?
It's not focusing.
It's so bright. Hold on. This is very good.
That's whack.
It says Treasury Secretary Corella DeVille hopes that you can exist on $1,200 a month. Strong meme. Very strong meme. I don't know, man. People think this thing is going to be like a V-shaped recovery. So I don't know, Mike. If
it's looked like that so far.
Yeah, Mike. I don't know if you have feelings on this or care about this at all, since you're the kind of the guy who's just getting into the finance game now. Do you know? Like, have you heard the term V-shaped recovery in the last few days, weeks?
Fill me in, Joe.
Well, have you or not? Because it's out there. So I thought maybe.
I haven't heard it.
But even if he has heard it, it's just gone. It didn't mean anything. So he definitely would never remember.
On like a stock chart, a recovery. If you like go into a dip, the dip is the first half of the V, and the recovery is second half of the V. It's just like a sharp down and sharp back up.
Oh, so people are fucking thinking about this optimistically.
They think it's over. Yeah, they're like, buy more shit.
It's not over.
It's
not over.
Yeah.
I respect that. I do like that perspective because it completely coincides with how I feel. But I know, that's how my brain is very. My brain is initially. I understand. Okay, initially I'm like, oh no, it's getting better. But like logically, I can tap into that side too and be like, okay, no, it's pretty fucked still. But I like the way I feel on this side of my brain where it's like optimistic and fucking it's stupid. The stupid part, I'll stay on that side because at least it's happy.
But at least like, but the stupid part, you're not putting your money where the stupid part of your brain is.
No.
No.
Absolutely
That's like that's like making a decision with your heart as opposed to your gut. There's a big difference. Like you make it with your heart, you're a fucking idiot. You're losing every time. You make it with your gut, it sucks, but it's always right.
How is it over in Dundas there, Mike, for all the little businesses on King? Are they open? Because there's a lot of food businesses there, right?
Yeah,
but Will's hasn't been outside in months now. He's been inside since early March.
Yo, we're hanging out with one of the best self-isolators known to man.
Right.
You goddamn right.
We cracked that joke at your place last week.
Dude, I do love that, man.
You know, Will doesn't want to see Mike and I because he's self-isolating. Actually, much better than many people are self-isolating.
I want to be on that pedestal when this is over.
One of the best self-isolators ever to do it.
High in my regards, man.
I'm going to write a book about it.
Honestly, King Street, I have been fucking walking because, like, I do a walk every day so I was just trying to fucking get my shit together with my ankle. So I've been walking down King Street. King Street's pretty fucking dead, man. Like, I'm actually pretty impressed. Like, a lot of people are chilling out. Like, there's a lot of cars and driveways. Like, I'll go for a walk on, like, Tuesday afternoon. I usually go at, like, 1 o'clock because I don't have a schedule anymore because fuck everything. Get up, go for a walk at 2 in the afternoon, I guess, because what about so I go down King Street, and it's dead, man. Everybody's home.
What about the businesses there,
good.
The businesses
There's
are all,
much
like,
going on.
Food sales and, like...
Food, everybody, like... So Emilio's,
like a place like Baconi's or Beaner Monkey.
They're open. But they were open. I don't know. I haven't been down that far in a while, but like I usually cut back. But fucking last I checked, Emilio's was open, free delivery all day. Like that. But
they're not open to go in, are they?
No. I don't know. I didn't try, to be honest. But like
the pizza
I think,
place,
I would assume just delivery.
Is open, so maybe Emilio's is the same story. They just don't. There's no one to enforce it. Like, what are they gonna do? Send a police officer to get 6 people out of a pizza joint?
And like they're gonna be like, we're not letting people in. You know, they're like, we're just doing delivery. It's so easy for them to just skirt around it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have noticed, like, because I have been going on walks too. Like when it's fucking nice, I guess. Like, I don't go out. If it's like shitty out, I just don't leave. But if it's nice, I'll try to get out.
It's fucking snowing out right now in fucking late April. The fuck is going on?
It's snowing now. On the bright side, though, it's fucking still light out, and it's almost 9 o'clock, which is great.
Yep,
that is dope. That is dope.
Not almost 9 o'clock.
Almost 9 compared to 3 o'clock. It's closer to 9 o'clock than 3 o'clock, so that's
okay, fair enough. Yeah, it's almost midnight.
This is
can't argue with that.
This is literally 5:30. This light is like 5:30 in the midwinter.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Fuck.
The midwinter.
Anyway.
But yeah, so like when I'm going on walks and shit, if I go on a walk, it's nice out. And then I do see a decent amount of people. Like not as many as like a normal day, obviously, but like more than I would expect. You know, like I can't go down certain streets because I'll be like, fuck, there's like people on both sides of the sidewalk or like in the middle of the road even and shit. So like it definitely is still busy outside, but I can't really like blame people for that.
We're gonna put you on the spot here. Be honest. Do you walk with young HO or no?
Yeah.
So
or, with and without.
Do you guys walk 6 feet apart at all times?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. Do you really?
Yeah.
Fuck off. That's a fucking. We got to get Hope on the show.
Do you guys have a 6 foot string that has to be taught?
Do you guys both have hula hoops on? You can't get the hula hoops can't touch.
If there's any slack in the string, cops. Call the cops. Call the cops. Get these two away from each other.
I just bring a hockey stick. I just swing it like this around my head the whole time.
Yeah. Get the defender out. The fucking cinder block on a chain.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. That's bad.
Let me break out the defender.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that. This is a good segue into our new segment. I know the boys don't like when we have new segments, but
questions.
We got a new segment here that we put out an APB for this morning or yesterday morning.
Calling all cars.
calling all cars. We want your relationship relationship questions because it's the quarantine, and as much as we like to make shit up about living in our homes,
It's not just relationships.
it's relationships. I thought it was just relationships only.
No.
We
What
want
is
to
it?
help everyone about everything.
It's just
I didn't put-
questions.
I didn't put that out as the thing. I said if you
That's
have any
this
relationship questions. Oh, so you want to do another
No,
thing
just
next
put
week.
on
week?
you have
Whatever,
anything,
man.
any kind of question.
Okay.
People got problems.
Yeah,
we got
look
answers.
at us. Look at the three of us. Look
You
at the
got
three of us, the
problems.
solution finders.
This is the
Yeah.
fucking solution cast. Okay, let's fucking
Yeah,
go.
we're the solution finders. The three of
Let's-
us. We have our
let's
own
go.
TV show.
Let's go to our first question. It's from Julia. So Julia writes in to the email account 2whites1blue@gmail.com. That's 2, the number 2, whites, the number 1, blue@gmail.com. She says, "Hi to all. Question: during this pandemic, do you think it's better to live with your partner or not? Pros, cons, how are you coping? Thanks, Julia."
Okay, well,
Tough start here.
I'm
This
current-
is our first
Yeah.
advice corner. So go ahead.
and
Can
I didn't.
I gotta go leave for a sec though.
Yeah, so do I. But like, you go first.
Hey, I gotta go rock a piss. To answer that way, Will. All right, see ya.
All right, let me field this one, Mike. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough because right now I'm not in isolation. I'm in isolation, but not with my girlfriend. Joey is in isolation also, but with his fiance.
She's my main squeeze, anyways. Yeah.
Yeah. My girl, I guess. I don't know. It's hard. It's definitely hard. I feel like we're both gonna say the grass is greener, but I would rather be quarantined with my girl than without.
That's the right answer. And there's with Mike away here, we can speak freely. I'll tell you what, man. I know the pain is that you can't get laid, so you're fucking stuck, basically not getting laid unless you violate the quarantine, which I guarantee you are violating in that regard. But that's basically the answer. You need to be quarantined with your significant other, or else you're gonna go fucking crazy. Especially because you live at home.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna talk to your fucking mom and Pat all day? Like, hey guys, how's it going again? What's going on in the news again? What's going on in the fucking store again? How's the street today
don't even
again? This is because you're in fucking week 4. What are you gonna say? You've said all there is to say. It's the 4th week. You just
But
look
we're
at the
still like
fucking
isolating
walls.
from each other also. though.
Really?
Like, I'm not even like we're not even chilling together. No.
Are you
fuck no.
serious?
We're saying like we're still staying like 10 feet apart from each other. Yeah.
Why?
fuck Yeah.
Why?
Just because like they go to the store and shit sometimes.
Why don't you just
they
go
don't-
then?
What?
Because
To
he's
the
the best
store.
isolator.
I'm
not going to the store.
I forgot. I know you don't want to break
If
the
I don't
streak.
have to, man, I'm not going to the store.
Mike, so we said while you were gone, Mike, that the right answer. Will said that I would think the grass was greener and he would think the grass was greener, but he said it'd be better to be quarantined with your girlfriend than without. And I said, he's right. The grass is not greener in this case. There are many cases where the grass is greener, but this is not one of them.
I think that's totally relationship dependent, and if you're honest with it, you can definitely depict whether you should quarantine with or without your significant other.
You know what
That's
I want to
fair.
know? I want to know how many guys who are just like starting living with their girlfriends have now talked themselves into a marriage, which is going to be a fucking terrible idea because you went through a tough few weeks in quarantine. You feel like
Do
you're
you think it's that?
you're like a unit
I
now.
thought the
You're like
opposite.
you're
maybe.
like
I
I
thought
would
the
think the
opposite.
opposite,
Maybe
too.
we fucking made it through the quarantine. We should fucking see like we can do anything now. Let's get married.
It's still in the heat of the quarantine. Now it's when they fucking separate the men from the boys and the whatever the
You're
girls
goddamn
from the
right.
women.
I think so too.
You're right.
Wow, thank you.
Now we're gonna see who can hack out which relationship, and I can't wait. I can't wait to see some of the ones that are so Instagram friendly. Just
same.
fucking
Just evaporating.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can't
fuck
wait.
yeah.
They
You
deserve
guys have
it.
the
But-
best. You have the best relationship. Oh yeah. See how you
But I
guys
think-
handle a pandemic.
I think that Mike's right because like people that are like just starting off living together, I don't know, they're gonna be like, oh, this is what it's gonna be like for the rest of my life. I don't know if I can do this. They're not gonna be like, oh, we got through this, we can
Yeah.
fucking do everything.
People are stupid, boys. I'm telling you. I am fucking
don't
telling
know.
you. It's a
What are
bad
you doing?
idea.
You watching?
I
You
think it's
watching
divorce
Sons of
season, man.
Anarchy again?
I think it's a fucking dumb. I think it's
Oh,
dumb
yeah.
too, but I don't think people are gonna figure that out.
Aren't divorces like kind of on a heater right now? Like, aren't they?
What do you mean? They're
I
up
like
or
to
down?
be-
In
they're
China,
up,
they
yeah.
were way
In
up.
China, yeah.
China's
After the
numbers are
quarantine was over.
all China's numbers are fucking fake. Everything they
Fauci.
report
Why would
is
they
fake.
lie about the amount
Fugazi.
of divorces they
He's
got?
because he's a fucking faker. That Fauci doesn't
But
lie.
why
But
would he lie about that?
China lies about everything. He fucking lies about everything.
China's just fugazi checks with divorce numbers.
Yeah. See, China
Why?
today re-reported their deaths. It was exactly
because they wanna lie.
50% more than what they had reported before. It's fucking
So
all
Chi-
nonsense.
In China, in Donald Trump's eyes, China is just a
China.
pathological liar, just
China.
lying for
China.
the sake
They
of
are.
lying.
China.
They're just
Yeah,
lying.
yeah.
China's just lying for sport.
Mike,
They'll
what do you think?
lie to make themselves look worse, just to lie.
yeah. But we got to get away with the lie, though. That's the point.
They
We
high
don't
five
care how it
about
makes
getting
us
away with
look.
the
If we can
lie.
get it-
That's right.
We can pull it off. How we tricked
Yeah,
those
yeah.
idiots again.
Fucking got him. That orange.
But
fuck.
what, Joe?
What do you think? Okay, so you had a long-ish term relationship a little while ago, and actually, Will, the girl you're with now, without exposing too much about your past, you guys were together before, so you have a long-ish relationship with her at the moment that had a
Yep.
break between. So
Yes.
you know, Ken's and I have been together for like 8 years or something now. So I don't remember what shit was like day to day before we got together. But for you
Right.
guys, you both have like recent memories. So do you think that like your day to day life, after the quarantine, like let's say you were both pandemic stuck with your significant other, after the quarantine, would you be like hungry to like get away from that person for a longer period of time every day, or like get away from that person, go get beers with the boys more, or get away from that person like X, Y, or Z way? And just say, fuck it. We just spent fucking months locked in the same fucking room looking at each other. I gotta fucking do something else for a while, or no?
Living in a fucking bachelor's apartment, bud? You guys can just split floors. Go to the basement. Fuck.
It's so hard to say, man. It's so hard to say. But I don't know. I think that like you'd both have to be like, you'd both understand. It would be like, okay, I could finally go out and see these people. Can you? So see you in a bit.
Yeah. Fuck for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm like that anyway, man. Like when I get into a relationship, I'm like, okay, finally I can stop going to the bars to attempt to meet girls, which is I don't know why I do that. It never works. But anyway,
Yeah.
I can stop doing that, and now I can start fucking going to the garage again and just chilling, without no pressure, just hanging out, drinking beers, just whatever.
Man,
like those are the nights that I want to have. I don't want to have those when I'm single because it's just a waste of a night.
Yeah, you enjoy.
And then when I'm in a relationship, it's like, go to the garage.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fuck yeah. Like when you're in a relationship, those garage nights, you're like, fuck, man, like this is gone. Like,
yeah.
When you're not in a relationship, you're just like, like I'd rather be going out and doing all this other shit. But like when you're in a relationship, it's like
you're trying to get laid.
Yeah, you're just hanging with the boys, just appreciating what like you have
each other's company.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fuck yeah, man. But I don't even know where that fucking stemmed from,
Joe,
to be honest.
what about you? What are you gonna just dip when this quarantine shit's over and come back and like be like, all right, see you in a couple weeks?
I dip all the time anyways. Like I still hang out with my buddies fairly often. There was, when me and Ken first got together, I was still after work on Friday, every Friday going to get beers with my buddies for the longest time until I just wanted to start saving that money. And I still party with those guys once in a while, which includes, much to my dismay at my advanced age, occasionally visiting Sizzle with those guys.
Really?
Like I'll still fucking do it. And you guys know I go to Oshag every year, and it's just me and the guys that go. Like Ken's doesn't go, the girls don't go. It's all good. The other half of this question that isn't in the email, but we should talk about it is it possible that not since the end of World War II is there going to be an easier time to score at the bar when this thing is over?
It's becoming
it's gonna be the easiest time. It's gonna be the easiest time.
Let's just go have sex parties. Yeah.
Like people think productivity is down right now. Like when they get back to work and they realize that their entire staff is between 25 and 35 and they're just fucking getting lit and laid every night of the week coming out of the quarantine. That's when productivity is going to be fucking low, not now.
I'm actually, man, that's actually pretty jokes. I'm actually pretty excited for that, to be honest. Like this is probably,
of course,
something like this might only happen one more time in our life.
Yeah,
that's why I'm not stressed. I'm not really stressed. I'm kind of thinking about it. Like the only thing that's really worrying me is my job. Obviously, that's probably everyone's worry. But like other than that, man, I'm fucking really thoroughly enjoying this, man. Like just laying around, fuck it. Like there's nothing
Yeah.
you can do. Like there's
Just
zero
hanging out.
things. Like all you can do is just fucking lay around. Like this is never gonna happen again.
Yeah, no,
Never
fuck
gonna
no,
happen
exactly.
again. Like for the rest of your life, you're gonna be working your ass off until retirement, unless we have another fucking super virus. But right
Yeah.
now, I'm just kicking it. Like
But do
I
you
don't
think
like
you
maybe.
should be?
I think maybe one. Sorry, go.
I was gonna say, do you think you should be using this time like effectively then? Because like in like 4
But
or
I don't
5
have
years.
anything. What am I
Fuck
doing?
that.
This what we're doing right now is me using that time effectively. I think about what we can talk about on the show, things I can do like that. Other than that, I'm not really. All I'm worried about is my apprenticeship. That's what I'm
Yeah.
focusing on. I'm not doing like side businesses and shit like you guys are or whatever.
Yeah, but you
I'm
just
just
started
doing-
making your first beats today.
Oh my god, that was a fucking struggle.
My
man. I did
original
make
beat
progress. I
at the
did
front
make
of the show
progress.
now. We got to put yours on the next
Oh,
one.
you put it up?
It's my
It's
beat
not
is on the
made
front of
yet.
the show.
Anyway,
Okay.
I'm gonna give it another crack tomorrow. But
Yeah, me too.
fuck, what was I just gonna say? Yeah, but like, you're never gonna fucking get this again. Like, this is never gonna happen again. Everyone's just
Probably
like,
not.
fucking, oh, I hate quarantine. Blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, there is not gonna be another time in your life where it is encouraged to stay home and do fuck all.
For the people.
Yeah.
Don't do fucking. Like that is unheard of.
Yeah.
In any
sure.
regard, like
Oh,
no,
fuck yeah.
even like corporate
Okay, I got to take a peek. You
employers,
guys
you're
keep
like,
going.
stay
Yeah.
home, stay home. Don't ever fuck. It's like, okay, all right, fuck it, then I'll just do that. Like I don't like it's completely out of my control, out of your control. There's nothing you can do. I could be freaked out, but why?
Yeah, but like the
Fuck it,
people aren't
just-
even like those people aren't even fucking freaked out in my opinion. I don't think they're like scared at all. They're the same people that like used to like those Instagram posts where it's like, oh, I need a mimosa and a month off, shit like that. Where it's like, okay, cool, like you can do all that shit now.
Oh, they're-
you know?
You think they're just posting about what's relevant? Oh, I'm so bored. Oh, I need to go back to work. They're just flipping the script just because there's something to post about.
I don't know if it's something to post about. I just think it's just like something to complain about. Maybe it's like they didn't expect it to be this, like actually like kind of like regret, like what the fuck is that? Be careful what you wish for kind of shit, you know? And now you're in it.
Oh,
and now you
yeah,
have all
man.
this time, and now it's like, what the fuck are you gonna do? Now you're like upset about it. You have all this time to do nothing.
Yeah, yeah. It is actually funny because that's exactly what's happening. Like everybody's just going from, I work so much or whatever. They're bitching, right?
You bitch about your vacation.
whatever. Like who
yeah.
fucking anything. They're just bitching, and then they're just like, now exactly what happened. What you asked for is now happening. You don't have to do shit. You could sleep in all fucking day, stay up all night, whatever the fuck you want to do. And it's encouraged. Stay home. Just don't leave your fucking house. Which everybody else says, oh, I'm too social. I need to take some me time. It's like now you got all the fucking right now you have all the me time that should get you through the rest of your life. Like this is how much time you have. Like it's been weeks. Like what? This is unheard of.
Yeah, it's crazy.
This isn't unheard of, and I don't feel anything. I'm just like, well, if I was just off and I could be totally out trying to get work and stuff like that, way different story. If I'm like this unsuccessful after this long time, I'm in a really rough headspace. But right now, it's like this is demanded. Okay, fuck it, I'll stay home and do nothing. Just play video games all day.
Would you? So like, if this shit was just like all of a sudden, I think about this sometimes. If like all of a sudden, it was like, okay, in 2 days the quarantine's over. Would you kind of be like, fuck, that sucks?
100%. I'm going to be so bummed out. I'm already thinking about how bummed I'm going to be when I got to go back to work because I'm actually enjoying this.
I know.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm
making an effort to enjoy it.
Like, obviously, I want to see my girlfriend and shit, and that really fucking sucks. And once that's over, then like I can finally we can finally do that and like get back to some normalcy, which is like I'm really looking forward to, and it's gonna be fucking sweet. But like if they were like, oh, quarantine's over tomorrow, it would be a little bittersweet, and you'd be like, oh, I gotta go back to not the quarantine be over, because like that would be cool, but it was like, oh, if you gotta go back to the office tomorrow and resume life as normal, it would be like I'd be like,
just like that too. It's gonna be like that too. It's gonna be just like quick. Flip 180 back to work.
It might be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be brutal. Like I think, especially in an office workspace, it's gonna be like the startup is gonna be lagging. Like people are gonna be fucking just just
fuck
fucking
yeah.
doing it. Like, you
How
know
am
what I
gonna
mean?
get up
Like
at 7
at
in
least
the
at,
morning?
like at least when like in trades and stuff like that, like you have goals. Like you have shit you have to get done that day. Like you guys do too with your emails and your fucking spreadsheets and whatever.
I don't like the way
But I
you're
think
saying
it's a
that.
lot-
I don't like the way you're saying that.
Sorry, man. It is what it is. It's a blue collar perspective, man. It's a blue collar perspective. And I'm gonna go outside and have a dart and make fun of you guys some more.
Do you guys think that like I don't know if you guys are doing the same thing, but I started doing this now. I fucking am notorious in my friend group and with Kenzie for hating talking on the phone. And in the last like 3 days, probably, I've started returning texts with calls. Like I'll call people
Ew,
to
really?
find out what they're doing.
You're slipping, eh?
Like I'll get
Just wanna
I'll
hear
get a
some
text
voices.
message. Well, like I'll get a text message from like a buddy at work asking me like a memo that has to go up or something. And like he'll be like telling me what to do, and I'll start writing him something back, and I'll just stop and just call him instead. Be like, oh, what's up, man? Like this is what I was thinking. What are you thinking? Whatever. And I never fucking do that.
Are you doing that because you're sick of sitting there? Like you text them, you send a text, text gone, and then you're just sitting there. Reply now, please, because
this guy usually
bored.
sits like near me at work. Like my office is like on one side of the hall, and then across the hall is his office. I would just like go over and knock on his window, or he'd come over and knock on my like desk or whatever, and be like, "Yo, what's going on?" And now I can't do it. And Steve's the same way. Like Steve is across from me too at work now. And so like even him, like I call him almost every day, or he calls me almost every day. And I would never fucking do this otherwise. I would just have headphones on all day and just email. And then from like 11 to 12, I'll talk to people or something like that. Like I'll set a time where I'll take the headphones out, and if someone needs me, I'll answer questions or figure shit out with them. But now I'm fucking doing it all the time. Our director yesterday said the same thing to me. I was having a laugh with him because he called me after I sent him a text. He's like, I was going to text you, but I figured I'd call instead. I'm like, man, I fucking get it. Because I've been doing the same thing for days. Like I can't keep talking to myself and my girlfriend all the time. I need to fucking hear another voice. Fuck.
Which is your fiance, you fucking
fiance. I don't say fiance. Am I supposed to fucking say that? I'm not going to start saying that.
That's fuck. She is.
Oh my God. I'm not fucking saying that.
Whatever. You're signing the fucking page. You guys are getting paid.
Do we want to hit? Go ahead, Will.
Oh, I was gonna ask a question. What's your ideal situation for this quarantine ending then? Like, I'll go first.
Yeah,
I would
paint
say,
a picture here because I'm kind of confused.
So I think that for me, because what I was just talking about, I don't want it to just end like tomorrow, back to work, back to normal. I need a minute. All right. So I'm saying, I think that I would like to get quarantine starting to like taper off. I'm comfortable going back outside. Stores open, quarantine's over, but I don't go back to work for like 2 weeks. So I can chill, see my girlfriend, fucking relax, hang out, go drink a little bit.
Yes.
And then work's like, oh yeah, okay, we're ramping production back up. Come back to work. Here's a full paycheck.
You have to work 15 hours a day.
Whatever. If I'm getting paid, I would honestly, that'd be like, all right, fuck it, that's fine. I have to pay my dues.
Okay.
That's like that's like that situation's assuming life works in ideals, and that would be so decent. Like, oh, by the way, here's a perfectly fucking ideal situation for you. No, you're coming back to work tomorrow. Fucking crack at 7 a.m. Which is going to be your flexible hours just became unflexible, bud.
I love flexible hours.
7 to 5. We are fucking behind. I'm getting a few months behind on the rent, and I am worried.
On rent.
Dude, that is the funniest shit.
Yeah, that's
come here, man. Let me tell you something. Getting a few months behind on the rent.
What is this from? You're not making this up?
Worried.
I thought you were making that up.
So it's Dave Chappelle. He's trying to compare what Donald Trump is like. You don't understand how scary the things in my briefings are. It's like, you're not supposed to say that to the whole country. That's like you being a dad and telling your kid that you're behind on the rent and that you're super We're worried about it.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
good.
so I fucking
That is
laughed
funny.
so hard. Oh, speaking of that, Chris D'Elia's special is pretty good, man. His
I
new
liked it. I
special.
liked it. Yeah, I
Have you
watched
seen?
it twice.
I
Already.
liked it
Yeah,
too.
it's good.
You watched a
Same,
comedy
he's good,
special
man.
twice?
Yeah,
And it
I
just
usually
came
do
out.
that too.
I gotta watch
Yeah,
that.
I like him a lot.
Mhm.
He's a good comedian.
I haven't seen
He's
it.
good. He's a funny guy, man.
Yeah,
He's
I
just
love
like
his fucking podcast.
a lot of his shit is similar. Like it's he's kind of repetitive, but just in style. Like his material's all new, but he like kind of just hits this old shit, which is like who cares? It's funny as fuck. Like I still laugh every time at it.
Nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, he's good, man. I fucking howl at him, man. He's hilarious.
Is this,
Yeah,
hit
I
those?
recommend that.
You hitting those, Joe?
You gonna hit this? You
I'm-
coming up?
I'm looking at it. Oh, what is that?
Yeah, that's sanitary. Yeah,
That's contraband. You can't
You
share
gonna
that.
pass that back and forth?
I was
It's a
saying
cigarette.
to Steve today. He texted me. He's like, "Did you see this? Did you see the new guidelines? They don't want people sharing cigarettes." Like, of course not. That's gross. I said to Steve, I'm like, I have never bought a cigarette, but I've smoked like hundreds of cigarettes in my life. I've never bought one. I fucking shared every single one of them.
You haven't had hundreds of cigarettes. You've
Yeah.
had hundreds of drags.
Hundreds of
Hundreds of
puffs,
drags.
yeah.
Hundreds of
Hundreds of
drags.
drags.
Yeah. You're right. You're
Hey,
right.
can I get a puff of that, bug?
Can
And
I
I
just
also
bum-
think they
Ah,
said
like-
cigarette and they mean like, obviously I'm pretty sure they mean joint also.
Yeah, that too. That too.
Left-handed cigarette.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
Sidewinder.
Caught me left-handed. You know, man, speaking of this, so the answer to your question, Will, about the going back to work, I was watching everyone's favorite president yesterday night, and they were saying they got 3 phases that they want to go through over the next, 6 months or 8 months to get back to work. And so the first phase is 20% return to work, tons of social distancing, no cafeterias at the office. Everyone's got to be
Mhm.
apart all the time, and tons of teleworking still encouraged. The second phase is like 50 to 70% back, schools open,
Oh yeah.
and everyone else
When,
social
in fucking
distancing.
July?
Well, it depends. They say you can go from phase 1 to phase 2 in 2 weeks, as long as in that 2 weeks you show declining cases
What?
and declining deaths. Yeah. So
Oh
that's
my
what their
God,
plan
alright.
is, right? They're going to leave it to the governors and to
I
decide.
just want to know what they're basing this off of.
This is the
They're
thing,
just
right?
saying numbers.
I said-
They're
I
just
said to,
paying
so I s-
regarded people to say these.
Okay,
things.
so I said to Ken's yesterday, Trump for the last probably, I don't know, month at least has been giving these press conferences where he is fucking like, he's wild anyways on a mic, but he's been extra wild the last couple of weeks on these fucking nighttime press conferences, like telling reporters reporters they suck and like, you'll never make it as a reporter.
They suck.
He's just
You
like-
suck.
Yeah,
Do you think?
like incredible
Do
stuff.
you think he's like that's man? That's how he fucking like lashes out. Like he's obviously under a shitload of pressure.
He is under a lot of pressure, and so I have some sympathy
Yeah.
for him, but
Probably
he's
the
not.
most pressure.
But
The most
but
pressure.
but
Don't
he's not.
care.
He's
He's
not.
under more pressure.
Yeah, he's not handling it well though. He's not handling it well.
Yeah, no
And that-
shit.
I'm
his-
not saying he is, but that's
his
how
job-
he handles it.
His job is really only to handle it well. Like that's really his only job. The experts will do most of the work for you. You
Do you
just have to
think-
communicate to the
So,
country.
okay,
Yeah.
who do you think? Who would you rather? Obviously, I know the answer, but who would you rather in this time, Mr. Baracko or Mr. Donald T?
I'll take Trump in this.
Barack
I'll
for
take Trump.
sure.
I'll take
Yeah?
Trump. I'll take Trump. Yeah.
Trump?
I'll take
Why?
Trump.
Really?
Because
Why?
Man,
because
this
I
shit would
get
have been way
because he's-
closed
because he's-
down way earlier.
because he's transparent. He's transparent. Don't, it, and
No,
it
he's
wouldn't
not. He's
it
not
wouldn't-
fucking transparent.
and it wouldn't have been closed down earlier. His counterparts,
He's not
his-
transparent. I don't get why you say that. He doesn't
Listen,
say anything
we-
that's a real fucking fact at all.
we can do a political podcast at another juncture because we have lots of time to fucking talk about this since we're locked in
Hey.
our homes.
That's a cop-out, Joe. I'm
It's not.
sick of this cop-out you do every time. We could do this at another date,
I'll
and
say
then
it.
we
I'll say
proceed to
it.
never do it.
Okay, we can say it. So do you guys know who Nancy Pelosi is?
No.
No,
She's
heard
the
the name.
she's the
Phyllis
she's the Speaker of the House. She's the Democratic leader, the opposition party leader. And so she spent her day yesterday, or someone on her team spent her day yesterday, deleting old Twitter videos on her account from January, telling people the coronavirus is nothing to worry about. No one needs to close the borders. And there's a great video of her in New York talking in a crowd about don't be afraid to go to Chinatown. Go there, spend your money. There's nothing to worry about. They deleted the fucking videos. these people are stupid. They're all stupid. Not just Trump.
What does that have to do
but
with
all of them?
anything?
Because you said that the border would have been closed down a lot earlier. It's just not the case. These
Yeah,
guys
but
were
she's
on
not
the side
Barack
of
Obama, and she's not Trump either.
but like there's one party who, operates in the realm of we want to make everyone feel good, and the other party operates in the realm of we want to make everyone rich. And so these two things, they intercede or intersect at where or when should we close the border. And so I think he did it early compared to his counterparts in other countries, especially here. Like Trudeau, even Trudeau closed the border about a week after Trump, and he's way on the other side of the political spectrum, which was good to see. I'm happy to see that.
It was way worse in the States before it was bad in Canada.
Yeah,
So
it's bad. It is bad in the States. You're right. And so to get back to the opening the States thing, this is why I'm wondering how they came up with these phases and these dates. So one of the things Fauci said yesterday was that they think they're going to have not like packed arenas, but like sports with live fans come the fall, which to me, if you look at other places, it doesn't make any sense. Like I can't imagine this is going to be the case, but that's what he's saying.
In the fall, just get ready for wave 2, basically, because it's gonna happen.
Exactly, yeah. And
you think wave 2's coming?
Yeah, there's for sure. It's gonna.
So
happen.
is that okay? Be honest with like yourself in this one. Is that from pessimism or is that from realism?
I think it's a fact. I think right now what you're seeing. Yeah, I think right now what you're seing is
kind of a shit question, but fuck it.
Well, here's what I think. Right, like we were ill prepared.
I'm laughing at Joe saying it's a fact.
I think it's a fact. I think we're ill prepared for this round of stuff, and you've kind of seen that as we've gone. Like we've talked off the air about this, and we've talked on the air about this, about like something as simple as the government being prepared for the pandemic in ways that are scalable, right? And so by scalable, I mean like easy things you can get everyone to do to minimize the impact, right? And one of the things that we talked about a bunch is masks, wearing a mask. And, for months they said a mask is harmful because you'll touch your face more, or you'll touch your eyes more. It's bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what Theresa Tam, the chief medical officer of Canada, said today? Starting on Monday, if you get on a plane in Canada, it's mandatory you wear a mask, medical or otherwise. Mandatory. Yeah. So the thing that people are having problems with, I think, right now is like drawing these lines between, wait a minute, if it's mandatory if you get on a plane to wear a mask, why is it not mandatory, or at least being suggested to us, that we wear a mask anytime we go to like a grocery store or go for a walk or go like anywhere where there's other people? Like, what are we doing here? They're constantly behind the curve. And so I don't have any faith in them figuring out in the next 3 or 4 months ways to curb this when it comes back around. Because when it comes back around, you're going to have COVID to contend with in the fall, and also the regular flu to contend with in the fall. You don't have the flu in April and May, right? You don't have that now. They don't have that to contend with, but they're going to have to contend with those illnesses as well. And so there's going to have to be some mechanism to determine or distinguish between regular flu, seasonal flu, which, by the way, they have to come up with a new vaccine with for every year because the strain changes, and they're only right on that some small percentage of the time, and this COVID thing. And so they're going to have to make these distinctions that they can't make.
They're not going to. Why? They will just be like,
this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like they're not. COVID, you're 100%. You're 100% right. They're going to say that again. And so that's why you said, like, is there going to be a second wave? For sure, there's going to be a second wave. That's a fact of life. There's no way around that. And anyone who thinks is like, oh, it's going to go away come the fall, or oh, it's going to, we're going to come up with ways to curb this or herd immunity, all these other bullshit theories. Like, there's no fucking way, man. This is not how this stuff works. People who say herd immunity, like, how long has the flu been around for? We don't have fucking herd immunity to the flu. How do you think we're going to get herd immunity to this?
Because the flu changes every year. So,
so how do they figure this is going to be any different?
Build up an immunity.
Of
course.
I guess. Of course.
Yeah, but like you can't build up an immunity to the actual flu because it changes every year. Like they're just assuming like, yeah, okay, no one's going to get COVID-19 again. Sure, maybe something else will resurface, but they're thinking, oh, a whole community gets COVID-19. They're not going to get it again. They're good to go.
COVID-19, is just like the nomenclature they use for that
whatever
family,
SARS, NA, whatever the fuck.
but that family of coronaviruses, right? And so the flu is a coronavirus, COVID is a coronavirus, a common cold is a coronavirus. Those things mutate, right, at a certain speed. They have certain properties that make them difficult to deal with vaccines or herd immunity. This can be no different. And do I have any faith in a guy like Trump to tell me the right things in an election year? No way, man. No way. It's just, this is zero chance, right? And every politician is like that. The hope is that some of the governors who are in election years too have to decide whether or not their population can go back out into the public domain unprotected or with less protection or with some modicum of normal living. You know, the hope is that their incentives align with getting reelected. Like the public health will help you get reelected, right? That's the hope. I don't know if that's going to be the case. I really have no fucking idea. I was saying to a buddy of mine a little while ago that I wouldn't be surprised if the U.S. Had to postpone their election. It wouldn't surprise me one bit.
Yeah, South Korea didn't, right? They just had an election.
South Korea didn't. France postponed some of their local elections. I don't know.
I
if
don't
the US
think
will do
the
it.
U.S. will, especially when is it fucking November?
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna happen, and I don't think that they're gonna have to. Even if Wave 2 comes, I think that by then you say that they're not gonna be able to deal with it better. Sure, they're not gonna be able to deal with it better, but at least they're gonna understand like the capacity of it, and they're gonna be able to like get ahead of things.
I fucking hope, Will. I fucking hope.
You don't think that they're gonna be able to deal with it better?
What's better look like? I don't know.
Wave 2. Well, no, I'm just saying. Like, I don't think like the fact is we haven't had anything like this in a super long time. Right? What was the last time? What was the last like major?
There hasn't been anything like this since like the
Spanish flu,
1920s. Yeah, 1920s.
I guess. Yeah. Like, but like that actually impacted the whole world.
Yeah,
which is like, it's fair to, okay, fine. Even if like on this one, 80% of the world, I don't know how fucking much it is. I want to say the whole planet.
I think it's every country.
But
or close.
I'm just saying, like we as we've come of age have never had to deal with this.
No, not even.
Nothing
close to this.
All we can do is be like, okay, stay home. Doctors and shit are saying stay home. Okay.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing you can really fucking do. Like none of us have any idea. But what I do think is like the way that we think in this time is different. Like if you're going to compare us to like say the plague in the 1600s, we have way more on our side working for us.
1918.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck.
Or was it 1918 was the plague? No,
that was
the plague was
Spanish
like
flu.
middle.
Spanish flu is 1918.
That killed. The plague
is
gotta be the 1600s.
That killed like 1 million and change worldwide, which at the time was like 2% or 3% of the world's population. Obviously, it'd be a lot less now, but it was a pretty high number at that time. I don't know where we are now in terms of like total deaths.
Well, even then. So. Like I was comparing to like the plague, which I think is like I guess the
bubonic plague,
times.
medieval,
like 1600s, right?
Yeah.
Even like the Spanish flu, like compared to that, right? Like a close, I guess. Like, it's a big fucking deal. Like this is gonna be in the history books.
Sure. Oh yeah.
This is gonna be in history books. We are gonna be able to fucking pinpoint the issue, pinch it, stop it, move on, way easier.
I hope so. I hope so.
But for sure. There's no fucking way we won't.
So, okay.
There's no fucking way.
Just think about this, okay? When you think about like permanently curbing a problem like this, we haven't really developed an effective way to like forcefully destroy a disease ever. Like even stuff like measles, if we don't have enough people vaccinated, like measles will reemerge. If we don't have enough people, you know what I mean? Like even these things from like hundreds of years ago, we can't figure out a way to like breed it out of existence. We can't do it. We're not
but it's not a problem anymore. Like measles isn't an
issue.
I
think
not. That's what Mike's saying. It's like,
we're
gonna be able to get to a point where we can be on top of this shit. Like even if it's 18 months from now, we don't get a vaccination. Even
as
when
opposed
that comes,
to as opposed to hundreds of thousands of people getting fucking killed from it.
I hope we do find a vaccine. I hope we do find a vaccine.
Put a fucking pinch on it, right?
Well, we were talking last week, Mike, about the Bill Gates initiative. He's got like 7 plants being built for 7 of the most hopeful vaccines, so that when it's ready.
He's only doing that because he's covering up child pedophilia reign or whatever.
Yeah,
That's
Pizzagate
right.
and shit.
That's right.
Tell
Yeah.
me you've seen that. Tell me
Bill-
you've fucking seen this shit.
I've seen all kinds of conspiracy theories about Bill Gates. Yeah.
What the fuck? The coronavirus is here because it's to cover up Tom Hanks' pedophilia reign.
Yeah, I saw that shit. Yeah.
I find it very difficult
is
to
wrong
believe
with
that
you?
a man who wears dad cut Levi's and New Balance running shoes is covering up a worldwide pedophilia ring.
Hiding in
virus.
plain sight.
All he does is gets little kids to fucking kidnap out of a back of a pizza parlor in Washington D.C. Somehow
Yeah.
I think he'd
No,
have more means than
He
that.
shows up. He's just like,
He throws his
Hey,
phone on the
kids.
ground.
hey kids, I know I don't look like your dad, but I am a dad, so you should just come with me. Look at these New Balance sneakers and they're stained with grass.
I don't know if you
It doesn't
guys.
look so
I don't know if you-
non-threatening.
I don't know if you guys remember how
It's
we.
like, is that Forrest Gump?
Do you remember how we got to this question? Do you have any more comments on Julia's question about whether or not it's good to be quarantined with your girlfriend, or can we move on to the next topic?
How long have we been going for? Because it seems like it's been a while.
It's 8:45 now. We're probably close to 2 hours, but we got one more question to tackle from.
Okay, quickly do it, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we're supposed to do 2.
we don't have to go quick. Who cares? What do we care?
We'll do it, yeah.
So this one's from Brooklyn Boyd at Brooklyn Boyd _ on Instagram. The question is, you're stuck
Give her
in
what she wants,
quarantine.
eh?
Fuck. Hopefully Brooklyn, you better motherfucking share the show. You're stuck in quarantine with your significant other. How do you discreetly get some alone time?
Take a
Okay,
fucking
so
walk, bud.
You just said that. Well, we both kind of just said that it would be better to be quarantined alone. I mean, to be better to be quarantined with your significant other.
Yes.
You are doing it right now. So
Yes.
do you find that you have to go escape sometimes? Just tell Kenzie you got to do a podcast and his dip for a couple hours.
Let me tell you a short story, okay? When Kenzie and I first moved in together, her and I didn't have any experience living with each other. We'd only been on like the usual shit, right? The fucking weekend getaways, the vacations, shit like that, where you're not really counting minutes, right? Like it doesn't fucking matter. It's fine to be with somebody for a week. You're not going to give a fuck if you're on vacation.
Especially when you're on vacation, there's shit to do.
Exactly. So one of the first things she realized was that every fucking day, I always in the morning do the same shit. I get up, I put on a podcast, and I play video games. It's the first thing I fucking do when I wake up. I have a coffee, podcast, video games. Not before work, but like on the weekends. On the weekends.
On 6 in the morning.
On the weekends. On the weekdays, especially during the time where I'm actually going to work, what I was doing was like waking up, having coffee, going on Twitter and pumping this show on Twitter, which, you know, had some effect, I guess. But that's what I was doing. I was like making the fucking shit for the show and doing the editing and all that, or for the Oshiega podcast, whatever, or just reading shit, reading news or reading financial
lived
stuff.
together way longer than this podcast has been a while.
Yeah. But like I always get up. I've always been up and I've always been an early riser. So I get up at about 5:30 every day and just like do something, right? That's my alone time. And, you know, on the weekends, same shit, man. I get up.
Pick the worst time to be alone.
Well, fuck, on the weekends.
5:30 a.m.
On the weekends, I get up, same shit, 7 o'clock or 7:30, make a coffee, put on a podcast, and play video games. Like, no one is talking to me or getting anything out of me until at least fucking 10 a.m. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And so, like, same thing now, right? And, you know, your sister has adjusted over the years, but she's adjusted even more in the last little while. When I went out to take a piss and get a drink, she's out there playing Mario Kart on the TV, listening to the game Dreams on fucking Spotify. I don't know. The list must just be playing. She must be blacked out or something. Well, she's just playing Mario Kart.
Kylie Minogue.
She's just playing Mario Kart, listening to Dreams by the game. And so I just walked out there. I'm like, "What? Like, are you playing by yourself?" She's like, "No, I'm playing with was it Troy and Nick and Claire and all those cast of characters there." Yeah, that cast of characters. And this is the adjustment you make, right? And so Do I think that I need to sneak away for alone time? No, but I will say this. Oh, fuck, Mike the Graveyard. Don't lose that. I'll say this. When we are working from home, I don't see her all day. You know, I sit either in this room or in the living room with the laptop that I'm working from, and we don't talk all day long. I don't say anything to her. She comes out for lunch or comes out to, like, you know, make a comment or something or pet the dog or the cat, but that's it. We don't talk to her.
See, some people might think that that's a bad thing, but I think that is like, at least you're both on the same page and it's like you understand each other, you know?
Yeah.
One of you isn't like the opposite
to that person. You know, you seem to both be like on the same page and just like, okay, we're gonna both just work. You know, we don't need to like, we can do our own shit separately. I'll be in the kitchen, you do over there. I need to fucking get down to work, talk on the phone, do my own shit.
Well, we fucking set up an office for her. Like, we took the spare bedroom in the main floor and we moved like the bed and shit to the basement, brought a table up. She just ordered a desk off, I don't know, some website, Bad Bath Beyond or some other fucking website, whatever it is.
Probably not that,
and some
yeah.
other shit, pictures and whatever else. I don't know. She ordered a bunch of stuff to like put in the room. Fine, go for it. Whatever makes you feel like you can fucking work and keep your sanity. We're going to be in this for a while. Why the fuck not?
Yeah. It's also money coming in for both of you when you do
Yeah,
that shit.
exactly. Yeah.
I was going to say, that guy that I used to work with, I mean, I would like to work with him at some point. He worked at the company that I just got laid off for. I'm sure he got laid off also. But yeah, he told me the same thing that you were just saying, but he took it to an extreme. So he is married with 2 kids, and I think they're teenage girls. He wakes up at 4:30 every day and just reads the paper, reads the book.
This is life, man.
And just fucking has a coffee, chills. He says that because like that time, there's no one is gonna interrupt you no matter what. Like even if you just tell your family like, yo, I'm taking an hour to myself, fuck off. Like they still might come in and like ask you little questions and shit. He's like, this way, no one is up. No one's at risk of even getting awake. It's just like,
nobody wants to be up.
Time alone.
Nobody
Yeah, exactly.
Wants to be up.
Nobody wants to be up.
The only way I'm getting my alone time is if I take it at 4:30 to like 6, 7 in the morning.
Yeah, man, that's what life becomes, man. Like you just gotta find your own way, like to be alone, because that's what happens. Like right now, I'm not gonna lie, I have an abundance of that, and I fucking love it.
Yeah,
I won't lie to you, I fucking love it. Obviously, I am still pursuing the other half, but like at the same time, it's like fuck, I'm really like cherishing this right now, man. I won't lie to you, I really enjoy it.
It's good.
I can do whatever the fuck I want. Like a lot of people don't understand they think the grass is greener, right? Like we were talking about earlier. But like in this situation, it could be greener where you fucking water it, man. Like it could be very good if you just fucking chill and enjoy yourself. Just do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. But like people freak out. People freak the fuck out. Like, oh, you need to get into a relationship. Like you guys were beaking me off earlier about me not having a preference on morning sex. It's like, you motherfuckers. I
didn't beat you off. I said, why would I fucking subject Mike?
I'm not gonna subject Mike to this. Like I don't have an opinion on that shit. I'm like, motherfucker.
You want to give your opinion on it? Go ahead. I'm just saying, like.
Yeah, morning sex over fucking nighttime sex for sure.
Jesus Christ. Okay. All right.
You asked.
Fuck.
No, I'm just saying. No, I don't even know what I was saying, to be honest. I just
so what would you tell
say some
Brooke
sort of
then?
off.
If you are stuck in like a small space with your significant other, how do you get?
If Brooke is your significant other, how do you fucking let her down easy? Like you need some fucking personal space.
Yeah. All right. I'll be back. I'm going for a walk.
No, but you can't leave your house for the personal space. You need to get it in your home.
Why?
That's because
it has to be in the house.
Yeah, that's the qualifier.
I'm going to go work out. I'm going to the basement. I'm going to go fucking start lifting.
It sucks that like I don't think at this point like you can just be like, I'm just gonna go chill for an hour.
Why?
Well, what are they gonna do? They have to come with you?
I don't know. Fuck. Like I play video games in the main room all the time. No one ever gives me shit about it.
Yeah.
I just
think
think
these things.
But not everyone. Yeah. But not everyone has that. Like I think the 3 of us could say to our significant others, like, I'm fucking doing this right now. You have to do something else. I'm not doing it with you. Like I'm putting headphones in, or I'm reading, or like I'm fucking with the dog, or whatever. And that's all there is to it. There's not going to be any compromise. Like I'm not talking to you.
Kenzie, leave me alone. I'm busy fucking with the dog.
Right? Yeah, but you know what? You know what? She does it to me too, right? If she wants to fucking watch Desperate Midgets of Atlanta or whatever the fuck show she's watching.
Oh, you can't say Little People.
Desperate Dwarves of the fucking Southwest or whatever.
See, like, you're gonna take over the offensive shit? Okay, Joy's a retard.
You guys know I walked in one time. I walked in one time. I walked in one time on her watching this show with like there was like a midget woman who was married,
little person
dating, a little person woman, a little woman, a little wool person dating a full-grown man at a pool party, and the full-grown man was like with a number of other people of varying sizes crying about something this little woe person had said, like in a group setting earlier, like she hurt the guy's feelings or something. And the little people of LA, like what kind of fucking show is that? Is that
I bet you it gets so many fucking views.
probably
every week.
does. It probably does.
Millions.
The worst,
Millions.
the worst part is that like this is not quarantine content. Okay, this is not Tiger King shit. This is on all the time. It's on all the time.
I know, 'cause that's the thing. And I bet you everyone on that show is so fucking famous on Instagram too.
I fucking hate it.
I know.
I don't know. I did see this guy. He was on 90 Day Fiance.
Which guy?
And
This guy.
Yeah, yo, was it fucking the
They all look like
Dude,
that. They all
this
look
guy,
like that.
this guy's fucking he's putting mayonnaise in his hair. I was watching the video.
That's a new
And
tactic.
I was so close to throwing up, man. He's like, oh, it makes it so smooth. Makes it so smooth. Like just like the sound of him, like he's taking like handfuls of fucking mayonnaise. He's
It's
putting it in his
so
fucking. It was so like
You sure it wasn't coconut
oh my
oil?
God. No, it was fucking Miracle Whip, bro. Like, it made me fucking sick, man.
I don't know, man.
I was like, oh.
People on
There's
TV
a
are
video
all
of
so
him
fucked
fucking
up.
doing it.
They're so fucked up.
90 Day Fiance thing is fucking awesome. I fucking love it.
The best is
I love it. Like, if you're gonna submit me to reality TV, that is the show I want to watch.
have you guys ever watched The Challenge? Have you ever seen that show?
I've seen it a bit.
The Challenge, okay, I'll say this. The Challenge, for all the other dumb shit that's on TV, The Challenge is reality, but also it's athletics, which is fucking good. And these guys, man, are fucking yoked. They're fucking yoked competing against each other.
Fucking jacked.
Doing all kinds of fucking crazy shit. Like I watched one the other day where like there's a board in the middle of two guys and one guy is over here, one guy is over here. And they're hanging from bars on either side of this board. And so the goal
just hold it.
But the goal is to hold on the longest. But the board,
Yeah, of course it is.
but the board moves. So you can either hold and defend if you just want to just hold, or you can hold and like kick this board into the other guy. And so like you have to choose.
Of course
like,
you're kicking it.
Well, the guy who won wasn't kicking it. He was just holding it. So this guy's just holding on, like trying to change his grip every so often, just holding onto this pipe. And the guy on the other side's fucking hoofing on the board, and he ends up running out of gas, right?
All I can say is I see shows like The Challenge, and I just see like the pinnacle of meathead idiots. Just like but like they're getting paid, whatever. But like whatever, they're the guys that just like the three of us saw steroids, and we're just like, probably not a good idea. These guys are like, yeah, this is gonna make me look great. Let's do it.
Send it.
And they're just like, oh, maybe I could get on The Bachelor. This super hot chick, like, she'll probably never cheat on me or whatever. Like, oh yeah, like fucking whatever. And then you're going that show, The Bachelor, is insane to me that people sign up for that.
The Bachelor's great. I fucking think that
what are you saying? Like, I mean,
I
for exposure.
I haven't watched it in a long
Yeah.
time, but it's fucking funny.
Not one person.
That's what. Yeah, it's only exposure.
Not one
if you
person
sign
is
up
on
for
that show
love.
to find love. No
No,
one's on that show
no.
to actually find someone
But
to love.
Tila Tequila was hosting the show to find love.
I have fucking had this conversation
found
with a bunch of people. How the best place to finish in The Bachelor is
Dude, Tila Tequila got dumped on the fucking show.
the best place to finish
You
in
got
The
denied.
Bachelorette. The best place to finish in The Bachelorette is in the top 4, where you don't have to commit to the broad, but you get all the fucking fame and you're just coasting the rest of your life. It's pussy, it's appearances, it's podcasts, it's all this dumb shit, and you don't have to fucking do anything. All you had to do was work out for 12 months, get cut, make it to the show, and then just schmooze.
And like be
for 3
interesting
weeks.
enough to
That's
like
it.
stay on.
That's it. Easy. No problem. No
Act
problem.
like you're like
And we've
act
talked
heartbroken.
about this before, how like, you know, if you're just like working out into your late 20s, early 30s, you're already in the top 10%. So if you're working out plus you have like, I don't know, a job that pays well, or you're on a reality, like the bar is set so low
and has a job.
The bar is set so fucking low that there's no going wrong as long as you're working and you're cut.
I don't know if this bar. I don't think
fat.
the bar is not set that low, Joe. You have been out of the game for a minute.
I think the bar is set pretty fucking low.
This guy's in shape and he has a job.
I think
Dude, you've been out
the
for
bar
8
is set pretty
years.
fucking
You don't
low.
know shit. You don't know shit. You're not even in the game. You're not
Well,
even in the game.
we talked about this. We talked about this before. How like if you just work out and are cut, you're already in the top 10%. So like what?
Yeah, you get. You know, if you do that, you are put into a fucking group where you can get a better quality. It doesn't mean it's fucking just like, oh, look at me, I got a 6-pack. I'm just bringing in the bitches.
You're not.
No,
the top
you just
10%.
you have potential.
That doesn't work anymore.
You have potential to
yeah.
bring in like a 7 at least.
You're not like the top 10% of like the bar you're at. You're at like the top 10% of like the population.
That's even better. You want to be in the top 10% of the population.
No, but you're way less than that. Like at the bar, just because you work out, so many fucking meatheads and juice heads and shit, and like just like other guys are at the bar working out.
Yeah.
I never really thought like that. I never really thought like that.
Going to the bar. But the bar is a fucking meat locker. That's all it is. It's all the guys that are like, yo, look at me, I'm fucking yoked. And then that's it.
I just got this new H&M V-neck. It fucking looks sick.
It's fucking it. That's why I hate it. And then I go there, like initially I'm like my main objective. I'm going to try to talk to some girls. And then I get distracted by some fucking meathead talking shit. And that's why I can't go to the bar. Because I'm like the one guy, I'm like, oh yeah, what the fuck did you say? He's like, I'm like, what the fuck you say? I'm an idiot. I'm like, I'm cabin home or I'm fighting this guy. It's so stupid. And then I'm like, I forget that the whole point was to go there to try to get laid. And then now I'm fucking in a fight. I'm either in a cab, in a hospital, or I'm fucking in a cop car. Like there's 3 options.
I'm in the hospital now.
There's 3 options. I'm not winning every fight. There's no way. If you get into a lot of them, eventually you're going to find someone.
Do we?
He's gonna fucking tank your ass.
Do we want to tackle one more question, or should we cut it there?
No, just do.
That's it. Okay, so we'll do 2 more. We'll do 2 more next week. We have a bunch. I'm actually surprised how many we got, which is, I guess, good.
Keep them coming in. That's awesome.
Yeah, I want voice notes. Like, give me voice notes. The Anchor app is easy to fucking use. Or go on the website, get your fucking phone out, and record something for the show. We'll put it on. So it'll be the 3 of us plus your voice, and we'll fucking listen to your thing and then talk about it. And we'll give you a shout out. Your Instagram name, we'll fucking put it on the show.
If you want it. Yeah.
If you
want to remain anonymous, that's more than welcome.
I asked.
And if you know us, just send us a fucking voice note also.
Yeah, I always ask. So just fucking be aware. Do we have anything else to add?
If you want to remain anonymous, it's no problem.
Yeah.
Unless you're fucking Bob Waterhouse, you can fucking remain anonymous. Fuck that guy.
Jeez.
Calling in.
Harsh words. Do we want to add anything else? Do we have a Mike's notes or no?
Oh, I got a Mike's tune to fucking Mike's tune to give to them. The one is Shaheem out on my. Hold on a sec. I gotta fucking find.
Isn't it that CYNE guy?
I'm gonna give that one next, but this is if you want to hear what I'm listening to, which you probably do because I mean. Obviously, right?
Do you have a Spotify? Cool, yeah. What's your Spotify handle? Can people follow you on Spotify?
You can't. I don't
Whatever
have
his mom's is.
yeah, these are the memes. These are the memes. I know. Yeah, like and he's talking shit like he's not doing the same fucking thing. He's not doing the same fucking thing. Like, give me a fucking break. Of course I'm riding the coattails.
You guys can follow.
The guy leaves.
He dips out of the video.
The song is called. Yeah. It's called Shaheem Out on My Own, and then the next one.
How do you spell Shaheem? Like Shahif Abdul Rahim?
SHYEIM.
Okay, all right.
Shaheem, he's from. He's like, fuck. I don't even really know if he's technically. I think he's a part of Wu-Tang.
Okay.
And then CYNE. What the fuck was it called? Soapbox.
Soapbox.
Those are some cool tunes.
Yeah,
Those are cool tunes. I found that Soapbox tune today. It's a good tune.
Will, do you want to put up one
that's
tune?
what I'm bumping. Put it on right now.
I have not been listening to any music.
You've just been sitting in that room alone for weeks. No music, no nothing.
No, I'm fucking ripping shows and like ripping podcasts and shit. Honestly, I only listen to music in the shower now.
I don't really fuck with that.
I got one song to share that you guys probably know that I was listening to today a little bit, getting into this artist. If you like obscure rap, Here by Brother Ali. Good beat, good flow, good artist.
That is good. I like that tune. Yeah. Brother Ali's dope.
Very good.
brother,
I like that
he's
guy.
super dope.
Like that guy a lot. Okay, that's it, boys. Well done. We'll see everybody next week. Make sure you send your relationship questions to the email or tweet me or DM
It doesn't
me or
have
whatever.
to be relationship questions, just any questions.
Okay, any fucking questions. We're
Any
answering
questions.
all.
If you,
we're
taking
answering
questions. We're taking
all
callers.
questions. We're answering all questions.
We're taking callers. 2 whites and 1 blue. We're taking callers.
God
I
bless.
can't wait to do this fucking face to face again, boys.
Well, me neither.
Oh my God,
Me
you're
neither.
telling me, man. Look at this. Look at this graveyard I got. There's 5 there. I hope you know.
Okay,
Are you on number 6?
I'm stopping the recording.
All
Good
right.
night.
Peace.
Yeah, bye. Bye.